Hey, Fluffy Dough. Let me just... I'm just sorting out YouTube. Mocktails mixes ice. I know. I don't know why I started with this song. Maybe it wasn't the right vibe. I need to wake up a bit. I need to wake up a bit. I got the ZZZ Reddit front page by fueling Uma Thyron allegations. What? Jimmy, send it to me on Discord. I wish to see. I wish to see what you are referring to. Okay, I'm not missing hellos. I'm not missing hellos. Hello, Eggies. Hello, 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 Cynical. Hello, Walter. Hello, Golfar here. Hello, Dosco Chimpo. Hello, Burst Scarlet. Hello, Bumsy. Hello, Nightmorphus. Hello, 73138 Night. Shizu, thank you for the sub. Much appreciated. Look, I'm on the roll. Look, this is going great. It's going great. I'm not missing any hellos. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. My chat died. I was missing hellos. I missed hellos. I missed so many hellos. Fuck. Oh, no. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna pretend that we didn't miss any hellos. Anonymous Pants, hello. Nedbear, hello. Zel's, hi. Shino, hi. Minyao, hi. Metal Killer, hi. Neko Hakase, hi. Aloria, hi. Kuno, hi. Requiem, hi. J-Souls. Yo, Average Dog Gamer, should I pull for the new Void Hunter even if I don't like a design? It depends, man. Like, how much do you not like a design? How much do you care about, you know, so much for not missing any hellos? Look. Hello, R2. How's it going? Why did you change your name? Didn't you used to be R2_TTV? What happened to that? R2_ZZZ? I don't know how I feel about it. I like the old one. Paramore, hi. Hello, Jules. Hello, Anzol. Hello, Johan. Hello, GitHuber. Have you seen Ye Shunguang nerf? She's basically useless now. Skip. I don't think that's going to be true. Hello, Levia. Hello, Adam Abor. Hello, Gachami Studio. Hello, Invictus. Hello, that's a Russian name. I don't think I can read that, man. But should I get Astra if I don't have any limited S rank? Maybe. We'll talk about it, because we're going to do the tier list in a bit. Destiny, hello. Indulge me, hello. Coachek, hello. Keysfluff, hello. Look, if I've missed you on the hello, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Tonight's going to be a good stream, though. I promise. I am feeling a little bit low energy, but I'm pretty sure it's going to pick up. Chonks, thank you for the 30 streak. Much appreciated. Digitech, thank you for streaking. Ghosty, thank you for streaking. We love streakers. Streakers are great. So... story time. I watched Home Alone. We watched Home Alone with the fam. Home Alone is a film that I've seen so many times. I was sitting on the couch and we had some snacks and everything was chill and I was warm. And the next thing I know, I was like, eyes heavy. And then I was like, oh shit, man. And I had a little nap. And now, you know, little boy's in bed. Partner's gone up to bed as well. She's got the Steam Deck. She's playing Digimon. She's chilling. And I'm feeling a little bit... I felt like I just woke up from a nap, okay? I had my ZZZs. Exactly. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, yeah, so I'm building up, okay? We're building up post-nap ALG. Post-nap ALG, we're building up. I'm feeling I need to big it up a little bit. You know, like pick it up a little bit. Hey, where was well? Hello, Sleepless. Hello, Spoik Elastic. Is this how I find out you have a kid? I talked about it a lot. I talk about it pretty regularly. To be honest, it comes up maybe once every week on a stream. Do you know what I mean? It's just an average nap. Yeah, just an average nap. Yeah, it's post-nap ALG, but I'm going to get into it, okay? So, let me tell you. The plan today. The Xinjiang art power creep is wild. Oh, you've seen the new character, man. Her tits are insane. Yes, pulling. I am pulling, yes. Anyway, the plan for tonight... Let me turn the music down. It's too hype. It's too hype. It's too exciting. The plan for tonight is... We're going to open with a Patreon account review. This is going to warm me up. It's going to get me ready, okay? After that, we're going to go into... Hang on, I'm just going to go I'll just go default little down in the corner. We're going to go into reacting to the behind the scenes character optimization. I know there's a red bar here. But I promise you, I haven't watched it yet. Grown man with a kid talking about other women's tits. The world is healing. The world is healed, sir. So yeah, then after that, we're going to do this react. And then after the react, because this will probably get turned into a video, because Nix has told me I need to watch it, and Kete has told me I need to watch it. And I haven't watched it. I clicked on it, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it for the stream, okay? I was so tempted to watch it, but I decided I can't watch it without you boys. Then we're going to do the pull value tier list. I don't think the pull value tier list is going to be as hype as it normally is, because I think everything's going into, you know, what's going to be coming down the line. What's coming with Ye Xunguang and with Zhao. And I think the next tier list update is probably not going to be too far away, because we're going to have the entirety of 2.5 open to us from that first week of 2.5. So doing a tier list now, a little bit silly, maybe. But I also think it's going to be kind of just a fun, it doesn't really matter, because everything's going to change in a couple of weeks. And we'll talk about that at the start of it. Yeah, we do it at the end of every patch cycle, right? So we're doing it at the end of 2.4 now, and then we'll do it in 2.5. We might do it like mid 2.5 though, because there's not really any point waiting until the end. That's what I mean, because it'll only be a couple of weeks, right? Because there's no point waiting to the end, because we get Zhao and Ye Xunguang from the beginning. I'm surprised Miyabi was removed from the watch list. Well, if you don't remember where I put Miyabi, I think we put her here. I think she was not in top tier, but I think the only people in top tier were supports. So I think that kind of tells you what this is. This is a pull value tier list. Pull value. Your vote, Sambi? No votes. No vote. Just, I mean, you can try and influence me, but you will fail. Yeah, it won't be a vote. Well, I was thinking though, we do need to do something that we do need to do, boys, is we do need to do the ZZZ character of the year, which would include everyone from 1.5 and later. So that would be Evelyn, Astra, and then Sambi, and then so on and so forth. We won't do it today. I'll have to announce that at some point. I think we'll do it post-Christmas. I think that makes sense. Although, I was thinking that I could probably stream Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve stream? Christmas Eve stream? St. Tontas with the raid of 648. Welcome in. Hello. We've literally only just started. Hello, everyone. How's it going? Hi. Welcome in. If you don't know who I am, my name is Average.Gamer. I make videos about zzzero. We are talking about the fact that I am going to be doing a ZZZ poll value tier list on stream today. But it's not going to be that easy. We're doing it at the end of the stream. I'm feeling low energy right now. So we're going to open up with a react and some other stuff, and then we'll do this in about an hour or two. But thank you so much for the raid. Much appreciated. 07. Can we do a shout out? St. Tontas. Look at me, streamer. Doing streamer things. Did it work? But many thanks. Welcome in. Okay, so let's start. So again, just to break down what's going on the stream, we're going to do an account review first, Patreon account review for Madam Nicole, otherwise known as Sir Niku. Then we're going to be reacting to the Zenless Zone Zero devs are fixing their characters, the character optimization in Zenless Zone Zero, which should be quite interesting. And then we're going to do the tier list. That's the plan for the stream. Chill 3-hour stream. All good. Just put this in released order. Up, down. The classic St. Tontas actually chatting. Much appreciated. Are you coming back in 2.5? I feel like I heard somewhere that you were coming back in 2.5. Hey, if you need some account help, I'll log in, man. I'll log in. We'll do it. Anyway. Let's go. Okay. Let me just get rid of my background. Okay. Madam Nicole, otherwise known as Sir Niku. Hang on, I'm gonna turn the... This music is too hype, it's too exciting. Can't focus. Gonna do some anchors too. If we get room at the end of the stream, we'll do anchor and account help. But it does kind of depend how long things take. Will you come back to Wuwa for 3.0? I've never really played Wuwa. I've tried. I just can't get into it. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of Wuwa people here right now because of the raid, so I'm choosing what I say very carefully. However, have a good stream. See you in 2.5. Let's go. I'm choosing my words very carefully. I'm just tired of open world. I'm just tired of open world. Honestly. It's not that it's bad. I played for a bit. I enjoyed it. I liked the exploration way more than Genshin. I just didn't like the exploration. Maybe I'm just old. Yeah, it's not for me. Not for me. We can say that. Yeah, and I remember I was running around and because I was farming for Zani was the last time I was playing, farming so I could pull for Zani, and I was running around and opening chests, and I was like, oh yeah, this is why I stopped playing Genshin. Zani cooked, yeah, but she's so hot, bro. Anyway, let's have a look at how this guy's doing on the end game, and then we'll go from there. Say it doesn't explore either. Yeah, it sounds, yeah, like honestly, I can't think of anything that I probably would enjoy any less. Okay. We got 2 minutes, 10 seconds, 2 minutes, 14. Okay, we're doing okay here. This is fine. I feel like... I thought I didn't see Miyabi. Okay, so Niku told me he's struggling a little bit on endgame. So I didn't really know what I was coming into. Oh, right. Okay, cool. Okie dokie then. That's an easy dub. Yeah. I feel like Evelyn might be better against Thrall. I ain't gonna lie. What have we got? Or could we just use Minato? Because I feel like what we're doing is we're giving a lot of our power here to... Yeah, so this is a Patreon review. However, he did say that he specifically needed account help. So you can see that he's 9-starred 4 times in the past, and now he can't quite do it. The best he can do is 7 this season. So I'm thinking that we put... Yeah, we leave Lucia here. We maybe put Astra here. And then I think we can still 20k here, fine. We give Lucia over here, and we use Minato. We use Minato Kalita. How's the Kalita? Do you know the rules, and so do I? Did I just get rickrolled? Miku, did you just rickroll me? Fuck. Okay. Where's my cheese? Thank you for the follow. Mr. Zekros, thank you for the follow. Sorry, guys, I missed a bunch of follows and stuff when you all came in at once, but much appreciated. Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. I feel like the big question mark is how's the Kalita? Oh, we're fine. Like, we're fine. Sure. Oh, no. What is this? 1.0 called? They want their build back. Oh, my lord. Oh, my god. Okay, let's use Trigger first with Yishuan on Thrall. And then... How's Minato? That's okay. That's okay. Apostles, thank you for the follow. All right, let's go. Oh, wait, we need to reset this stage as well. Unless, do we just put Evelyn in here? How good's the Evelyn build? Oh, what is this? Oh, it's okay. She shares an engine. No, that was a close one. Yeah, I don't think so. She's right there. Come on. Who is? Miku, who is? Chat demands Viv. Okay. Yeah, he cleared with Viv. We don't care about Viv. Viv is fine. I mean, that's a bit low, but it's fine. With engine? Oh my god. Dude, what happened? Not 500 AP. Okay, that's an unrealistic expectation. Miku, play nice. Okay, look, just be nice to each other, okay? Yeah, that's fine, whatever. That's not bad for an F to P each one, by the way. We could use Pan. Yeah, we could use Pan. We honestly might as well use Astra, though. Okay. That Vivian got 30k. Vivian's fine. Don't worry about Vivian, okay? It's fine. Okay, so we're gonna try and do this without. Do you want Khalida for the other one? Yeah, we want Khalida for the other one, right? Baros, thank you for the follow. Darius, hi. Let me turn the audio up. Oh my god. There are times where I'm like, I really like Astra's OG skin, and there are times where I'm like, this Astra skin's pretty hard. Meow, meow. I love it.
Recalibrating. What a nuisance. You lack training. Target locked. Allow me. Time to pin him down.
Shit, we're gonna just have to double chain.
Strength and finesse.
Why would a big dog fly? I don't know. Why would a big dog fly? Is that a joke?
Don't get careless. Adjusting for wind. An opening.
Shit, I'm out of steam, man. Flipping egg.
Inadequate.
Oh shit, I thought I had a counter, I didn't.
This bullet will reach its mark. Take a shot.
Go on.
The rhythm of life. Reality and illusion. Press the advantage.
We get the 20, right? We get the 20. We got 2. That's what the music playing is. There shouldn't be any. It should just be in-game sound. We get one more stun here. We're good.
Sniper's Creed. One shot, one kill. Allow me.
Both British. Wait, did that hit the other guy?
Let's make this quick.
Don't do any funny business. No funny business, please, man.
What a nuisance.
Oh, we're out of defensive assist. You fucking bitch.
An opening. Let's get still. Shit.
Fuck, just send everything. Do we still get there? Fuck! Did we spend all our defensive assists? What happened? I felt like we were gonna get it right in the last second, I'm not gonna lie. But then he dashed out my ball. I should have used the X's and not used the ball. Okay, that's doable though, okay? That's definitely doable. Let's try Manitou on the hunter.
This weather's perfect for a little exploring. How about a...
Take your time. I'm listening.
P4 as well. Okay, cool.
I can become...
What asset can I can help you ward off misfortune?
Wait, who are we using?
You're right,
Oh,
Sam.
Kalita.
You want to test my hammer?
You want to test my hammer?
Don't look down on me.
Oh, shit. Yeah, this is why we wanted to do it this way, right? We'll have to flip it back. I just want to see. Yeah, it's fine.
You want to test my hammer? Yeah, you know it's good.
Streamer ignoring suggestions again. Look, sometimes things just move so fast, guys. Sometimes things move so quick. It's hard. I glance over like every 10, 20 seconds. I promise you. But sometimes I miss the suggestions. I do. I'm so sorry. Just messing with you. Yeah, it's all good. All good. Smash him. Smash him. And again. To be fair, we got there so fucking quick, man. Yo, guys, this one is about. Oh my god, fuck! This does suck. I ain't gonna lie. We still got you to veil up. It's fine. Don't worry about it. That wasn't 5k though. I'm a little worried. Why isn't he going into the thing? There we go.
Stand still. Let me beat you into the...
Yeah, we'll change the music when we can. I like this part of the music. Okay, we get another stun. We're actually fine here. Oh shit!
Don't get in my way! Faithful companion! Wanna play a game?
Whoops. Oh shit, we don't have ult. Oh, okay, that's my mistake.
Back up already. Tough bastard.
Okay, we got it anyway.
Running away.
Yeah, this was actually so free, yeah. Come on, Khalida. One more. Yeah. Easy. Yeah, okay. No problems for Manato, right? Ban UA. Eat your heart out. Well played. Honestly, like, I think we know that we can do both of these now. That's fine. Let's just go back over here. We'll get him the 9 stars here. Easy clap. Then we'll do the react. Then we'll do the tier list. Fun stream. Momon, thank you for streaking. Witchy Ari, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Okay, let's go. Right, where are our summits? We put them all on the other one, didn't we? Doki the rookie, thank you for the follow. Wait, hang on. What are we looking at? 80.2. Wait, does she have engine? I was gonna say that might explain something. It doesn't. It doesn't explain anything. Don't worry about it. Okay, this is easy. King in the summit. King in the summit. Wah wah wee wah. Very nice. Yeah, there's always a Borat interlude, I guess. Always a Borat interlude. Let's go. Please use fossilized core. Nah, yeah, but what about the EX specials though? What about that? You think about that? Yeah, actually, I don't know why I didn't. I didn't see it was free. I ain't gonna lie. I actually just didn't. I straight did not see that it was free. What? Are you shitting me? No worries. It's not like we're spamming it in chat. Ah, exactly. See? It's fine. I didn't see it. I didn't. This is why chat is always spams, because you ignore us. No, remember, chat is full of comp. I mean...
Recalibrating.
Why not, Khalida on Thrall? It's because against Thrall, it's really tough to get that 4th stun. Oh shit, what am I doing? Even with a stunner who can stun really fast like Khalida. So, I just thought it's easier just to put Thief Trigger here, basically. Oh my god, Trigger.
Reality and illusion. Your fate is sealed. Obliterate form and spirit. Out decree. Don't be careless.
Wait, what? What a
Take a
bitch.
shot. Adjusting for wind.
Die! I'm such a shit.
Inadequate. Allow me. Together.
Will compose a miracle.
Did you swap engine on Yixuan?
The target's exposed.
I might have forgot. Yeah, she might be on Puzzle Sphere right now. She ain't doing shit. I only just looked at the score, okay? You know what? Let's just see if we can get it. Let's see if we can get it. We're halfway through. 1 minute left. I think it's boss.
The melody of combat.
30x.
Reality and illusion.
It's like those yin and yang.
I don't know why I did that as SoBM. I'm not actually. I actually don't want to use it.
Shall be purged.
You won't? This Yixuan on watch list? No! To be fair, we literally just need him to just hang around for a little bit.
Fire. Sniper's
We'll be
free.
fine.
One shot, one kill. An opening.
Let's make this quick.
Shit, that was my mistake. Do yellow.
Allow me.
Yellow me again. Yellow me again. Yellow me one more time, bitch.
Let's get still.
R2 is throwing a banger of a party right now. Is he? And I'm not invited? That's so sad.
Strength is finesse. Yin and yang.
Press the advantage.
An opening.
Okay, right. Well, let's go put the right weapon on her. If fossil, easy 3. Okay, okay, fine.
How about
You
a
win.
late night
You win. We'll look at Trigger's weapon.
I am the Eye of Obel.
Dude, it's not leveled up. Like, what do you want me to do with that? Boys, you gotta stop spamming for me to use things when they don't even have the things. There, like, I'm sure I saw it. You won nothing. You win nothing. You lost. It's over. Oh no, wait. She's on the right weapon. Check Yixuan. Oh yeah, she's fine. She just does no damage. Use her stick. We don't have her stick. This is why we're using this one. This is a crit rate stat stick. Towards electric resistant, that's why I said Khalida here and trigger on Hunter. As long as we can get that third stun, we're fine. To be honest, if we did have a level 60 fossilized core, we would be getting that third stun. I think I just need to prioritize, because I think sometimes what I do is I prioritize Yixuan's EX refund energy when I shouldn't be. And what I should be doing is I should just be defensive assisting. Bro. If Yixuan reruns in 2.6, 2.7, I'll be getting a sig. Might be too late, buddy. Not like in a bad way, but in like a... It might be too late to worry about it, genuinely. Okay, I feel like we're here a lot faster than we were last time.
Reality and illusion. Strength and finesse.
Nice. I feel like Yixuan's got a lot shorter of a shelf life than Miyabi, because at least in Miyabi's sense, there was certain things that they can't take away from her. Whereas with Yixuan, it's not quite the same. Here we can prioritize the parries because like all of our damage goes into this guy and then it doesn't go anywhere else anyway. No, that was actually a mistake. This is taking too long.
Suppressing fire.
In the name of hope.
Reality and illusion. The target's exposed. This bullet will reach its mark. Allow me.
Oh shit. What the fuck just happened? Oh no, we missed so many parries. Oh, it's over, surely. Fuck.
Take the shot.
Strength and finesse. Let's get still.
Bro, you say I was scuffing. I actually don't think I scuffed that much. I don't think I scuffed that much. I think it's the fight. Okay, we just need to make sure we get to that third stun.
Adjusting for wind.
What?
An opening.
Oh my god. What's he doing all the way up there?
Suppressing fire. Supporting visit Sniper's Creed. One shot, one kill.
Allow me.
Give Astra Kaboom. What's she on?
Target locked.
Cycle of yin and
Fuck it.
yang.
Die. You shit.
After cream.
Oh my god, it does no damage.
Together, we'll compose a miracle.
Reality and illusion. Press the advantage.
We did it. Fuck it. It's fine. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. Ooh, ass. We'll take it. 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 Not even close. Thank you, Mr. Streamer. Niku, you're welcome. Thank you for support. 07, much appreciated. Always fun to do this on stream, though, by the way. We will do more account help later in stream, but right now we're going to rock straight on to the React, and then we're going to move on to the tier list. So we got a lot to do. We got a lot to do. Has ALG seen the dev talk yet? We are literally getting onto it now, MacMano. It is coming up right now. In terms of your account, though, like, you're pretty well built out, honestly. I would consider...
Great adventure. I promise you'll love it.
What did we have equipped here?
The spotlight's about to shine.
No, that was fine. Yeah, this is fine. We got ER here. We got... Yeah, this is fine. That's more than enough.
The anticipation off stage is the
I think you're in a good
prelude.
spot.
What brings you here this time?
Would you like to take a stroll on the beach with me?
Honestly, it feels like you've got some older characters and then some newer characters, and obviously the newer characters are now kind of carrying your account. But I don't think you need for anyone. Let's put it that way. Will YSG make your time easier? Will Ye Xunguang make your time easier moving forwards? Yes, probably. But do you have to pull for Ye Xunguang? No, I don't think so. I think you'd be okay without her. I think you could probably be fine. But yeah, you might want to think about it. What are we dealing with pull-wise? Oh, okay. Yeah, you'll be fine. Hey, LG, if I get Ye Xunguang, is Astra still worth picking up? I like her. Then yeah, sure. Astra's good. We'll talk about it when we go through the tier list, but I think Astra has the least value of the 3 limited S-rank supports, but she is still a limited S-rank support. I think right now, it's still a pretty good pull to pick up Astra. I am concerned about her future viability as we continue to get deeper into ZZero, because if we think about it this way, she's a generalist support. She's a generalist support that came out at the, like 1.5. She was our first support in Zenless Zone Zero. So, like, if you just bear that in mind for a second, we've had anomaly focus supports after that. We had Yuzuha. We have rupture focus supports after that. We had Lucia. Now, those are like niched down. But Astra, she's kind of like a jack of all trades, but she's really good as an attack support. Like, she excels as an attack support more so than anyone else. But there is things built into her kit that not necessarily every attacker can take advantage of, like the chain attack stuff and stuff like that. So, but if you gave, like, in terms of her power level, right? If you gave up some of that stuff and put it into better buffs for attackers, then yeah, there might be a better equivalent character that's not Astra coming at some point soon for attack characters that aren't Evelyn, because Evelyn still benefits loads from the chain attack stuff. So I guess what I'm saying is that, like, Evelyn has the biggest potential to fall off as a support, but she's still really, really good. I also think her rerunning now, because you remember what happened with Predwen, right? Like, and I'm not saying that Predwen foretold this situation or anything like that. I'm not that crazy. But what I am going to say is that with Predwen put Jufufu in T0, and then the next patch we got Dylan. And I'm not saying that Jufufu ever deserved to be in T0, but what I am saying is that Jufufu reran just before, you know, after we got a bunch of characters that were really great with Jufufu. We had a bunch of, you know, we had Yishuan, obviously, but then we also got Idari. We were also having, like, generalist stun agents like Seed, who, you know, Jufufu worked really well across both attack and rupture teams. She found herself in the upper echelons of basically being a really good generalist stun agent who you could put anywhere. She still is that. She's still really, really good. But I guess what's happened is, like, right after the rerun, they then released Dylan. So I'd be a little bit cautious with Astra's rerun, is all I'm saying. Do you think Free Zhao changes the consideration for pulling Astra? A little bit. A little bit. Not hugely, but yeah, maybe potentially a little bit. Because Zhao, what does Zhao provide? It's like 100 attack and 40% damage bonus. It's pretty good. It's not Astra, but it's better than Caesar. 1,000 attack and then 40% damage bonus. She can't have full buff uptime on Astral Voice, though, on her own. Yeah. Don't say stun seed backwards. Don't say stun seed backwards. D's nut. Yeah, okay. That's pretty funny, though. That was actually pretty funny. Like, fair play. Fair play. That was pretty funny. What HP would be acceptable without Sig? Honestly, if you could get, like, if you think about the way this buff works, right? So it's 400 per 400, you get 1% additional damage bonus. So if you're around, let's just open up a calculator. So let's say, like, you went to 35% damage bonus. Let's say you went to 30% damage bonus. So you're losing 10% damage bonus. That's... Wait, what? No, wait. Times 10. Okay. So if you were on 23,000, you'd still be getting 30% damage bonus. That's fine. Yeah. I think if you're on, like, 26,000, not quite getting 27,000, you're still getting like 38% damage bonus. I don't think it's a huge deal. Caesar will have buff soon? Not soon, right? Unless they... Don't say stun seed backwards. Don't say stun seed backwards. D's nut. You got me. Okay. Is that one YouTube guy? Why I'm not pulling for X, but you should be pulling? Damn, I never knew you stream. I do. Hello, welcome in. Come and hang out. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna start the recording now, and I'm gonna intro the video in a second. But I'm gonna explain. Hang on, let's just open it up and get it back to the start. If I have started it, no, I haven't started it. Let's just check the audio. How loud is that?
然后随着我们不断推出新角色，我们自己也会意识到，其实我们要提供。
That seems about right. Okay. Manato engine might be a good stat stick for Zhao. Honestly, I was thinking about sticking Lucia's or Yishuan's on her because I'm not going to run them in the same team, am I? So. Audio was fine at the start. Now it's a little loud. Okay, I'll turn it down a click. Okay, cool. All right. So, let me intro it properly. And press the record button. Okay, cool. This video is not for whales and dolphins. It's for you because you, just like me, might have been considering how are the Zenless Zone Zero development team going to approach buffing older units? Because they've said that they're going to buff some of our older units, but not necessarily all of them. Now, apparently this video here, the behind the scenes character optimization in Zenless Zone Zero, this is from the Zenless Zone Zero development team, answers some of those questions. I've had a couple of people reach out to me and tell me I have to watch it. So we're going to watch it, we're going to react to it, and we're going to talk about what is actually happening and why are they buffing the agents that they're buffing, and how is that going to work moving forwards. Now, I haven't seen too much. Hello, Pornhub? What the fuck, bro? No, you need to put that in the search bar, bro. Put your VPN on. Put your VPN on. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, that put me off. Okay. I'm just gonna restart the recording. I like let's just rip that one again. Okay. This video is not for whales and dolphins. It's for you because you are just like me. And just like me, you might have been thinking about how are the Zenless Zone Zero development team going to address the fact that some older characters are getting buffs and some are not. And in this video, apparently they do address it. I've had a couple of people reach out to me and say that I have to watch it. It's called Behind the Scenes Character Optimization in Zenless Zone Zero. Let's get right into it and let's see what they've got to say about how they're going to buff characters moving forwards and what that looks like for us as players. Okay, let's go. What do you want? Wait. What do you want to implement? Is that English? What do you want to implement optimizations? Am I crazy? Does that not make sense? Why do you want to implement optimization? Oh, right. Okay. Sorry. My bad. Guys, I said I was tired. Okay. Let's not all jump down my throat at once. Okay. Why do you want to implement optimizations? Okay. 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 Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. All right. Why do you want to optimize our characters? Two main reasons. On one hand, from an objective perspective, as newer versions are released, the earlier characters are limited by the system and assets at that point in time. Hang on, I'm going to move myself up just a little. I'm not in the way. I'm going to move chat up as well. Okay. There could be some aspects that are not as modern. I'm glad that they're recognizing this. Actually, like, ecstatic that they're recognizing this. And as we continue to release new characters, we'll also realize that we'll need to raise our standards for the experience we provide. And that applies to the older characters too. Pog. How much longer do you have left before your Unctitles becomes Gramp? I don't. Yeah, like maybe not long, man. It might have happened already. Players will invest resources, time, and feelings into their favorite characters. Want these characters to be able to tackle certain challenges for a longer period. True defense and deadly assault. This is great. It feels like they understand that the player base wants to play these cool and hot characters that they've made. And that's great. Keep going. Having our favorite characters continue to accompany us on the battlefield
本身就是一件
is
很
a
棒的
pretty
事情。
awesome thing.
这既回馈了玩家的对角色的喜爱，也符合我们长线运营的这一理念。因此，我们在2.0之前就决定了
Buff
做
up
了
our
角色
older
加强
characters
这件
even
事情，
before version
并
2.0. Okay, because that happened with Ellen initially, right? Back in 2.0. Was that the first one? Anyway, slowly implement improvements in the long run.
且
Okay.
决定逐步长期的做下去。这些在小爱之前的版本中也有聊到，所以在2.0版本的时候
Yeah,
我
Ellen's
们推
enhancements.
出了爱莲的加强方案。在2.3版本的时候，我们制作了
Version 2.3, we did the same for Soldier Zero and B. Okay, true.
0号安比的加强。
But the way they're talking about this makes this sound like that they realized that there was a bunch of older characters that were problematic and they were working to adjust that, which is, again, it's good to hear the honesty, but it doesn't necessarily address the underlying like systemic issues that created that. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, let's keep going. It's good that they want to do the buffs. I would much rather that they do the buffs than don't do the buffs, but I would also I want them to address how they're going to handle this moving forward so that we don't have to buff characters every few patches. Do you know what I mean? Which characters will be
关于如
optimized?
何决定要加强角色，我们分成了2部分来考虑。
Two aspects to
其
consider.
一呢是限定 S 角色
Limited
的
S rank
部分
characters.
过去1年多的时间，每个版本都会有新的 S 级代理人登场，而在这1年多的时间里，我们玩法环境也在不断的变化。怪物的动作性能、复杂度、玩法机制、玩家偏好的配对模式，这些也都在逐渐发生变化。
Okay, so they're talking about the buffing limited S rank characters because, you know, the way that players are approaching things is changing, the way that the enemies are designed has changed. Okay, cool.
从策划视角来看呢，有的老角色能够随着新角色的推
Having
出
older
配对
characters
变更以后
fit into
能够
updated team
适应
compositions
新
and
的
adapt
处
to
境
new
甚至会有
environments
新
will create
的追
more
求空间
opportunities for said character, which is very interesting that they show Jane here because Jane is actually a character who's benefited a lot from additional characters being added to the game. If we think about Vivian, Vivian is incredible, like off-field anomaly DPS who works really, really well with Jane, and then also limited S rank support in. Sorry, I had a burp. Limited S rank support in Yuzuha. So yeah, Jane has benefited massively since 1.1 and maybe feels less deserving of a buff, but it doesn't change the fact that she feels quite a long way behind a more recent anomaly character like Alice. So like, yeah, anyway, I guess what I'm saying.
配对变更以后能够适
Alice can turn her into a pseudo support. That is also true as well.
应新的环境，甚至会有新的
But to be honest though, like if all characters that are older got the same kind of service as Jane, I don't think that many people would be that upset. Do you know what I mean? I think the only reason that people would be that people are upset is because characters like Ellen don't necessarily get the same service as someone like Jane has gotten, and therefore they need buffs because they haven't necessarily got as many limited S ranks that are going to work really well with them.
就业空间。
But she only benefits if you're in other S ranks. That is also true because let's say we're getting Jane skin next patch. Let's say if a bunch of people pull, you know, Jane following that, and then they're like, "Oh, I got this cool Jane skin. I'm going to pull Jane," and then they pull Jane, and then they're like, "Wait, this is dog shit." Imagine. Yeah, she kind of does need limited S rank characters to shine. Yeah.
比如2.1版本的简。同样的呢，有的角
Similarly,
色也
some
会在
characters
新
may
环
have
境
trouble
中出
adjusting
现
to
是
newer
不符合的
environments.
我
Some
们一方
characters.
面
On one hand, we'll
持续
continue to
在
collect and
收
monitor
集和关
player
注玩家们的
feedback,
反馈，并结
as
合
well as
游戏
utilize
内的
in-game
表现
performance
和
and
数据
data
分析哪些角色
to
在新的
analyze
环
which
境
characters
中遇
face
到了
difficulties
困
in
难
the new environment.
逐渐无法适应新的环境
Gradually
变化。
unable to
另
adapt
一
to
方
new
面，
changes.
我们也会整体系统性的评估当前
A holistic and systematic evaluation on the current strength
强攻、异常
of
运作
various
三大队
teams
伍
of our
体系中
three major
各种
systems,
队伍
attack,
起
anomaly, and
伏
rupture. Okay.
结合未来的可能的环境变化，将一些角色纳入
We've. Okay, that's interesting.
结合未来
While considering potential future
的
environmental
可能的环境
changes,
变化，将
those are your changes, bro, by the way. But anyway, we've added some characters to the optimization shortlist. Does this mean, so is this in addition to the ones that we already know about? Because that's cool. That's awesome. Notice no mention of what the fuck to do with defense. Yeah, but who knows what they're going to do with defense.
一些角色纳入优化的备选。综上结合以上的这些信息，我们最终敲定了
After
在
reworking
爱
Ellen
莲0号安比之后
and zzzero
2.5版本。
we decided to prioritize improving the experience for Bernice. Okay, so let me just explain what I think this means to me. Like, they have looked at the characters that they think need buffs, and they are giving those characters buffs. Taking all of that into account, we're going to buff Bernice, is what they said. And then they're going to go on to talk about the standard S ranks as well, which we already know about from the base live stream. So I guess what I'm saying is that, like, this means that characters like Haramasa, characters like Juyuan, characters like Jane just don't get a buff. Or am I misinterpreting that? We need to watch the thing before fully assuming? Yeah, no, I'm just reading into what he said. We don't know that. No, you're right, we don't. Like, but I'm just saying, is this... We'll watch the whole thing, obviously. We're obviously going to watch the whole thing. I'm not just going to turn it off at this point. We're going to watch the whole thing. But from what he's saying right now, it doesn't sound to me that we're ever going to get a Haramasa buff, for example. Is he going to talk about what caused the problems in the first place? Also true, yeah.
以上的这些信息，我们最终敲定了在爱莲0号安比之后，2.5版本，优先选择优化伯尼斯的体验。伯尼斯是玩家
This is a character that many players are familiar with. So they're talking about Bernice buff
在
now.
近期的版本中，它主要遇到的困难在于，相比于其他的异常角色，
Her anomaly build-up
它的
rate
异常
and
继续效
rotation
率
rhythm is slowed down
循环节
compared
奏
to other
已经
anomaly
慢
agents. True.
另外，在其登场之后的爆发伤害
Burst damage is proved insufficient.
我们希望
Also
通
true.
过本次的补强，让伯尼斯成为玩家搭建异常队伍的备选之一。
So they want to make Bernice a valid option for an anomaly team again. That's awesome.
其二，
She's not like an invalid option. She's just never been as good as Vivian. So since Vivian came out, if that makes sense. There's only been like certain circumstances where you'd rather have Bernice, but those certain circumstances do exist. She's not like useless if you have Vivian. Do you know what I mean? There would still be an occasion here and there where you would use her. Anyway, anyway, let's carry on.
常驻 S 级角色的补
The second aspect would be our standard S rank characters. Okay, I'm going to watch the whole thing before saying too much, but let's carry on.
除了刚才我们提到的限定 S 级角色之外，常驻 S 级角色也是很多玩家在队伍构筑
Important supports and transitional
时
replacements.
很重要的支
When
撑
players are
部队
building their
而
squads,
且也有很
not to
多玩
mention there
家
are
对
many
其
players
中
that
的
have
一
formed
些角
attachments
色
to
情
these
有独钟。
characters.
因此，我们
Does it mean that Jane, Caesar, and Juyuan are still good? Yeah, that's my question, yeah. But people keep telling me to watch the video. So maybe they address it later on in terms of who they're prioritizing to buff later. But from what he said there, it doesn't sound like, from the limited S rank perspective, right now they're thinking about considering buffing anyone else. I'm guessing towards the end they might address that they will consider other characters and buffs in the future. I'm guessing that's what they'll say. We'll carry on.
做出了逐步加强全部常驻 S 级角色的决定。
Strengthen all standard S rank agents. I mean, that's actually awesome. That is so good. That's so good for new players to the game as well. Because, I mean, older players were going to have limited S rank variants anyway, but like, it's so good for newer players that all standard S ranks are going to get buffs. Genuinely, that's fantastic.
当然，在2.5版本中，我们
Be able to get all their enhancements up and running in version 2.5. Just
可
yeah.
能还没有办法把所有常驻 S 级代理人都端上来。从帮助玩家过渡前期缺少队伍核心输出这一角度出发，我们优先选择了强攻职业的11号和
Again, that's great for new players. I'm going to move myself up again because I noticed that I'm in the way. But that's great for new players because it means that, yeah, if you don't get a DPS for anomaly or attack, you can use Soldier 11 or Grace. If you end up with them again, if you're a newer player, you might not end up with one, I guess. But, you know, like, fingers crossed.
和异常职业的格丽斯这2位代理人。
This
在
is
实际的制作过程中，我们会综合考虑角色的 IP 设定和
both the
角
character's
色本身的
background
特
and
质，
inherent traits
来让这位
to
老
help them
伙伴
return to the
重返
battlefield.
战场。 因此，设计优化时，
When designing their
我们会
optimizations, we'll
沿着
enhance the
角色
agents
本
based
身
on
的
their
核心
core
定位
positioning and
和
unique gameplay
特色玩
design.
法设计去做强化，比如伯尼斯的后场
Bernice's off-field anomaly application.
11号艾莲、0号安比的战场强攻主
On-field attack DPS rolls for the on-fielders.
战场异常
Grace's
定位
on-field
然后
anomaly
再结
position.
合他们自身的特色玩法，
Combining it with their own
设计方案
unique
这
gameplay
样呢
designs.
能确保
Okay.
角色加强之后，玩家对于角色的核心理解维持不变，能够感到熟悉。
I'm guessing they'll talk about Soldier 11 as well, but it means that Soldier 11 is still going to be timing based, and that's fine because people love that.
例如格丽斯，我们增加了新的特殊技招式循环，并且优化了它的招式衔接，新增了能够消耗超频
Consume
触发
overclock
易放
to
的
trigger a
玩法
bloom. A
从而去
bloom!
改善它
I'm a blooming. Okay. Improving on her previously one-dimensional combat
是
experience.
相对
Okay.
单一的战斗
Yeah, I
体验
mean that's
此
great
外
for，
我
Grace.
们还扩展了它的额外能力条件，以扩展它的配对空间，又或者说使
Oh, so now she just wants an anomaly agent. That's good. That's good because was it electric or faction? So it was like Bellabog or electric, which is like, well, yeah, she don't really work with anyone then. That's good. That's good. That's good.
好。为了让它的战斗更加流畅，我们不仅增加了新的战斗动作，
Ooh, I like the new animations for Soldier 11.
同时还增加了蓄力相杀、闪避反击等招式，
Dodge
从而
counter
让
and
它
other
在
skills.
战场上能够有更
Options
多
on
的
the
博弈
battlefield.
选择。当然，
Nice.
增加这些新设计之后，为了方便玩家上手，我们也制作了角色加
We've also created additional trial stages for the enhanced characters. Nice, so we can learn how to play them. Because they actually didn't do that for Ellen. I don't know if you noticed, but on Ellen's rerun, which is now, the trial for Ellen is still the base version of Ellen, which is crazy. They're really not selling us on how she on Ellen at all. I'm just saying.
加强后的额外试玩关卡，以及相应的试玩活动。在 2.5 版本期间，
During
无论
version
是否
2.5,
拥
these
有
characters
该
trials
角
will
色
be
都可以
available
进行
regardless
试
of
玩
whether you own them or not. That's awesome.
以伯尼斯为例，
Let's start with
他
Bernice.
是一位火
She's
器
an
后
off-field
场
fire
异常
anomaly
四
sub
飞，
DPS.
其核心玩法
His
是
core
能
gameplay
够为
mechanisms
敌
inflict
人施
scorch
加灼
status
伤
on
等，
enemies. Yes.
之后就可以切换到其
Let's
他异
switch
常
in other
角色
anomaly
进行
characters to
攻击
attack.
触发余烬，造成额外的
Trigger additional
伤害
afterburn
和
damage
不属
and
性积
accumulating
蓄，
fire anomaly buildup. That's just the way she works in general right now.
为后续触发紊乱做积累。我们围绕余烬相关的机制，
They focus on
在
afterburn
余烬
related
触发
mechanic.
一定
After
次数
triggering a
后
certain
伯尼
number of
斯将获
afterburners,
得流火。
Bernice will
下
obtain
一次登
Ember
场的时
Flow.
候
The next time Bernice takes the field, she can
能
consume
够消
Ember
耗流
Flow
火，自动释放一
to
个
automatically
新的
unleash
登
a new
场
entry
并
skill
且触发一次预放
and trigger
这
a
个
bloom once. So basically, we're giving a bloom, which is like the off-field anomaly character thing, to all of our anomalies. Well, we're giving it to Bernice and Grace. That's actually fine. I'm fine with that. It's good. They kind of both need it.
易放将额外解算一次当前属性的异常伤害，让伯尼斯在登场触发紊乱之外，
Increasing
额
Bernice's
外
burst
增
damage
加了它
potential
的
on top
爆
of her
发
ability
伤
to
害
trigger
能力，
disorder upon her
并
entry.
且该登场招式
Also,
具
she's
备无敌
invincible
效
when
果
using it. Okay,
且
yeah,
释放中直接
this sounds like
点
just
按
a
实现
huge dub for Bernice, honestly. Honestly, I was really thinking about getting Jane's M1 because we get the Jane skin. But if I'm actually going to use Bernice more because she's good now, maybe I'll get Bernice's M1. Anyway, that's if I top up, just saying.
就
Anyway.
能够衔接强化特殊技、灼热摇荡法双份。然后这些衔接呢，能让伯尼斯的登场更
Bernice's
加的安全
battlefield
和
entry
丝滑。
safer and
此
smoother.
外，作为补充，长按普攻现
Holding
在能
basic
够触
now
发一次
triggers an
无
afterburn
消耗
with
的
zero
余烬，
cost. Oh, so the spin move now doesn't like take up your stuff.
且在计算余烬次数
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
的时候额外计算一次，为下一次的伯尼斯登场
Average whale gamer tasted my escapes and now he can't stop. Lamal.
做准备。在上面的基础上，我们在等级
Will
2
further
到
increase
6
Bernice's
级进一
combat
步
strength
提
from
升了
level
伯尼斯的
2 through
强度，为
6.
伯尼斯新增了
New
体能觉
awaken
醒配动
potential passive for Bernice. Oh, that's it. Apparently, you can get those from like doing like normal content anyway. So you just get them from like weeklies and stuff. So hopefully, you can build up that potential mechanic over time. It doesn't take too long.
我们减少了伯尼斯触发余烬的时间间隔，加速了他角色循
What's
环
that?
和异常
Rotation
积
and anomaly
蓄的
buildup. Okay, cool.
同时，我们考虑
She's
进一步
further increasing the
提
effectiveness
高
of her
伯尼斯
energy
能量自
regen.
动回复
Interesting.
属性的收益，增强了角色在后
Did
场
you do
的特
it?
性，
You considered it?
提高了角色的强度。
Let's go.
在优化11号的
I'm guessing they did it. All right, whatever.
时候，我们首先想到的是
Soldier
大家
11
非常喜欢11号特定节奏的联机玩法，这是11号的核心特色。在补强
Keep
角
doing
色
the
时
rhythm-based
出发
combat,
点是
yes.
希望能够延续11号的特色，同时让11号更好的适应如今的战斗环境。
Better
随
adapt
着
to current
战斗
combat
环境
environment.
节奏越来越快，11号从一个主打普
Who
攻
started
的
as a
角色，
basic
现在
attack-oriented
被
character
迫
is
变
now
成了
forced
一
to play
个
like a guerrilla soldier who specializes in dodge counter. Yeah, because of how aggressive the
主打
enemies
闪
are.
避反击的游骑兵的感觉，这并非是11号设计的初衷。我们还希望还原11号和敌人正
Image
面
of
交
Soldier 11
锋两
clashing with the enemy
因此
hold
呢
that
我
head
们不
on.
仅为
Therefore,
11号设计了蓄力相杀的
Charge
招
up
式
parry
和正常
skill
交互，同时新增了
That's
闪避反击后
cool
保留普攻段数的设计，可以让11号在战斗中更多的打出高伤害的普通攻击。而另一个方面，为了让11号
With
在
the
敌人
maximized Soldier
失
11's
衡期
output
间
while
造成
enemies
更
are
多的
stunned.
输出。在实际测试中，我们也发现，在
found that when an enemy is
11号的
stunned,
火刀次数
number of
其
fire
实是
suppression
一出的
Soldier 11 can trigger
因此，我们
exceeds
新增了第
the
5张
stun.
普通攻击
Therefore, when adding a
的
fifth basic
还给
attack
11号
sequence,
增加了一个
we've
全新的
integrated a
技
brand
能
new mechanic
就第一
for
个大
Soldier
招
11.
可以强
A
化
chain
普
second
攻
ultimate can enhance
强化
this
后的
basic
普攻
attack
可以
fifth,
一次
causing
消
it to
耗所有
consume
的
the
火
fire
刀打出
suppressions and deal more damage. That's actually awesome. So then you can like tactically make the call as to whether or not you want to do that, depending on the length of the stun window and stuff. That's great. That's good.
这样可以进一步增加了11号制衡期间的爆发能力。最后一个方面其实是流畅程度上的优化，
Last
为
episode
了
is
让
to actually
11号的战斗
optimize,
中
make Soldier
更加
11's
丝滑
combat。smoother
我
and
们
more
在设计
fluid.
上延续了
We
11号
expanded
精
the
准点
idea of
后
unleashing a stronger
火
slash
刀
that deals
增
more
伤的
damage,
思路并做了
precisely
强化。
pressing a button and
火刀攻
enhanced
击
it.
即将结束时点按，可以
When
快
it's about
速
to end,
取消
tapping
并
attack can
出下一个
quickly cancel the
加
current
快了
attack.
11号的
Wait,
出
wait,
招
wait,
速
wait,
度
wait.
可以快速
And unleash the next one. Okay, it's kind of the same as what it is now.
加快了11号的出伤速度，同时进入火刀状态后，11号在进攻过程中
Ultimately
可以
dodge
自动
one
闪
attack
避
during
一
her
次
soul.
攻击
Oh, that's also nice as well. Like if you're not super good at dodging, that's fine. That's great.
并迅速发起反击。如果时机把握得当，可以在与怪物交互的过程中连续不断的打出
You can
攻击
continue to unleash fire suppressions while fending off monsters. That's awesome. What's different about this round of optimization compared to the previous ones? Good
以
question.
2.0艾莲为例，
If we're using 2.0
我
as
们
Ellen's
会为
example,
它
we
做
create
新
new
的
skills
招式
for her,
新的招式衔
a
接
new skill
新的对
combination,
抗技
a
能
new blocking
或者它们
mechanic,
配对等
broadened
等
her team compositions,
实
and
际
so
的
on.
制作量
The
级
actual
和
production
强
scale
度
and intensity
超过了一级以
surpass
下
that
的
of a
级别
single Mindscape
但
cinema level.
在
But when
角
it
色优化
comes
这
to
件事
character
情上
optimization,
给到玩家的感
the players only get a simple on-off toggle on
受
the
就
agent's
只有一
interface.
个界面上的开关。
Oh, okay. So what they're saying with the potential, there's like 6 levels to it, right? So are they saying you can turn all of them on and off?
那么当我们后续
So we consider
更加
character
系统
optimization more
地去考虑
systematically in
角
the
色优化时
future,
我们想
would
给
give the
它
players
一
a
个
better
更
sense
好
of the
的质
enhancements.
感。因此，在
Therefore,
2.5版本，
a new feature
我
in
们
version
推出了一个系
2.5,
统性的功能——潜能影像。
potential
每
vision.
个角色的
Okay.
界面
Each character
都
will have
会
their own
专门
specially
进行
designed
制作。
interface.
当然了，在此之前加强过的艾
Previously
莲
enhanced
和
Ellen
安
Soldier
比
Zero Ambi will receive further
也
upgrades.
会得到再次的强化。在设计上，
Going up to, is it 6? Yes, going up to 6.
零和安比也会得到再次的强化。在设计上，
Design-wise,
我们
we've
把整个
segmented
角
the
色
character's
的优
strengthening
化
into
做了
6
6个等
levels.
级。在等级一，
Level 1,
就如2.0的艾莲
like Ellen's enhancement 2.0. Oh, okay. So basically, the level 1 enhancement is like the big one. So for Soldier 11, all of that fire suppression, additional stuff, the auto dodge, and the hold to do the extra thing, that will just be on point number 1. And then after that, what is the rest of it?
3的零号安比一样，我们会新增体验，增加招式，优化招式的衔
Optimize
接，
existing skill
无敌帧
combos,
时代
invulnerability,
等
frame
等
coverage, and so
优
on.
化
So level 1 is like you get the upgrade, basically, the playstyle improvements.
角色的资源循环，去解决这个角色存在的痛点。2.5之前已经激活潜能的
For
艾莲
Ellen
和
Soldier
零
Zero,
号
we
安
really
比
had
角色
potential before 2.5.
将在
They'll receive level 1 enhancements
直
directly.
接
Okay.
达到等级1，在等级2到
Between
6
levels 2 to
对于
6,
角色的数
we will
值
further enhance the character's raw stats. Okay, so level 1 is the the character upgrade, like the change, and then 2 to 6 is like the level up stats upgrade. Okay.
我们将进一步的
Buffs for
加强
everyone.
艾莲和零号安比也会在2到6级得到进一步的提
So
升。
Ellen and Soldier Zero Ambi are going to get additional buffs now. Okay.
玩家可以在
Please use
潜
the
能影集
daily
商店
performance
中
resource to
使用新
exchange
的
for the
日程
corresponding
业绩
character's potential
兑换
silhouette in the
对应
potential
角色的
archive
潜能
store.
剪影，这些潜能剪影
These
可以
potential
提
silhouettes can
升
develop an
玩
agent's
家的
potential
潜能
vision
影像
level.
等级。
I love this song.
关于日
Sorry, I didn't even
玩
read it
家
because I
的
got so
潜能影
distracted.
像的等级，
Will it be difficult to obtain daily
关于日常业
performances?
绩的获取，我们并不
So
想
this is what you need to get the upgrades. As for obtaining them, we don't want to create an additional gameplay that would increase
额外制
players'
作一个
weekly
玩法内
burden.
容，
So yeah,
增
you
加
just
玩
get
家
them
每
from
周
doing
的
the
负
normal
担
stuff. I did hear
而
about
是
it
主
before.
要通过力度周记，在玩家完成日常内容的过程中给到玩家。
Yeah,
额
so
外
if
的
you're completing your
内耗业
daily
绩、调
stuff,
查业
ZZZ
绩
merits,
每月
investigation
也能
merits
兑换
can
日
be
常业
used
绩
to
加速
exchange for the
这一获
performances.
取。
Oh, nice. So it's just going to be an extra thing that you can buy there. That's cool.
除此之外，前面也提到了，我们会在2.5版本同步上线这些补强
We've launched the trials for these enhanced characters
角色
alongside
的
version
试玩活动
2.5.
完成一个角色
Placing
补
also a
强
ton
的
of
试
daily
玩。
performances. I'm gonna be honest, guys. There doesn't look like there's long left for them to address what the actual problems are and why they needed to buff these agents. I feel like we're not getting that.
玩家也会获得大量的日常业绩。大家在2.5
be able
版
to
本
power
中
up your
也
favorite
能
characters
更
even
快地
faster
对自己
proxies.
喜爱的角色进行加强。而现在，
But now
我
I
可以
can
说
say
所有的
that
常
all
驻
standard
SE
S-rank
角
agents will
色
receive
都
their
会有相
individual
应的
enhancements,
加强计划，并且在不远
which
的
will be
未
rolled
来
out gradually in
逐
the future
步加入
versions.
到
Okay.
新的版本中。借神
We
将
understand the
们
importance
在
of
各
all
个
our
角色
agents
上
and our
倾注的
proxies'
心血
dedication,
情感和羁绊
emotions, and bonds
也
with
真
them.
心希望
I really hope that the
在
implementation of the
潜
potential
能影
vision
像系统
system,
推出之后，神将们仍
our
然可
proxies
以
continue
与
to
这
team
些
up
老
with
伙
these
伴们一
old
起
buddies
继续守
come
护
out
心爱
to
的
keep protecting new Eridu. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So they didn't address it at all. So about halfway through, I was like, oh, so, what is their methodology behind, they kind of went into the methodology behind what characters they want to buff and when. And that some characters have been buffed by other characters coming in, i.e. Jane. That was pretty clear that they felt like Jane doesn't need a buff from what they were saying and what they were showing. But the question I have is what about the rest of it? Yeah. No, they didn't. Yeah, I feel like everyone was telling me when we were around this mark, stop yapping about it. They'll get onto it. They never got onto it. But they never got onto it. It means they considered Jane buff. Yeah, I think there's a priority to buff list, but they won't tell us which agents are on it just yet. It would be crazy to use the word list, and it's only one agent. Yeah. Look, I think it's good that they're buffing older agents. Look, let me summarize my thoughts and feelings quickly. I think it's really fantastic that they're buffing older agents. But the reason that they have to buff those older agents is because we've had such power level increases with the characters that have come out, and then therefore they've tried to create bosses designed around those newer characters, and the older characters just can't keep up. And it's good that they're addressing that and fixing some of the problems with the older characters. However, I really wanted them to address some of the underlying issues with that power level increase, and they haven't. Look, I'd take buffs any day, all day, every day. Honestly, buffs are, I'll take buffs for as many characters as we want. I'm so glad that they are addressing the problem. Let me make that completely clear. But, they're addressing it in, the Band-Aid problem fix way. Do you know what I mean? Have you considered no one wants to pull Idari or Obol because they aren't power creep? I have, yeah. But then everyone's going to pull Ye Shunguang because she will be. It's when you have a bad habit of pausing every 30 seconds and overthinking things that are explained not even 2 minutes later. That might be true, Destiny. But in this case, I wasn't wrong. Because they didn't explain it. How do you think they buff Lycon? I think Lycon's the one basic character, is the one standard character who really doesn't need a buff, genuinely. Look, buffs are good. I'm glad that they're addressing the problem. I'm glad that they're aware of the problem. I would just love it if they were a little bit more open about the fact that they feel like the power scaling has been too aggressive recently. And they could even address it in a way where they say, hey, look, we tried to kind of curb a little bit of that power level increase with Idari and Spookshack and Obol squad with Seed and Orphe, we tried to curb a little bit of that power level increase. And I think, to be honest, they kind of succeeded. I guess the problem that I'm concerned about is that I want them to talk about it so that we know that they know that it's a problem. Do you know what I mean? But like some people in the chat, you're absolutely right. I think you are right. I think they are aware of it and they are trying to address it with future character releases. Well, with the character releases we've had post Yishuan, basically. But there is a part of me that thinks that post Ye Shunguang, the power level is going to push up again, and then we're going to be in this position, but with even more characters. And that's what I'm concerned about. But honestly, overall, I think it's a good, as a Zenless Zone Zero player who loves all of these older characters and wants to see them get buffed, I'm happy. I just wish they were a tiny bit more open about their methodology and what and how they're going to handle things moving forwards. Grace and Soldier 11 seem to be updating them for the current day, but these changes keep her relevant against Vivian. Yeah, and again, those things are great. It's really good news. The problem gets harder as the roster gets bigger. True, but I think they can be a little bit more, what's the word? I think because the roster is so big now, I like the approach that I would take, just if I'm completely we're just shooting the shit now, by the way. But the approach that I would take is make slightly more specific characters who are better against specific boss fights, but still have those boss fights be forcible against type. Do you know what I mean? That's what I would want. Not just against type from I'm running a electric DPS into this ice boss with electric resistance, but also like against rupture type or against anomaly type. Do you know what I mean? Like, because it's getting to a point now where Bringer with non-anomaly teams is a real struggle. It's getting to a point now where, Wandering Hunter with non-rupture teams is going to be a real struggle. And as the HP keeps going up, it becomes more and more of a problem. ALG, let me explain it to you first. What do you mean, Nix? Let me explain it to you. Do you want to get on call? What do you mean let you explain it? Explain what to me? I'm confused. What am I missing? Why would you play Bringer without Anomaly? Well, that's what I mean. Like, it should be pushable without those characters. I think you're misunderstanding their approach. Okay. How so? Let's call you in. Whoa.
Hello?
You're huge. Why are you so big?
Well, black don't crack, that's what I'm saying,
What's up? How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Just got home from work.
Yeah, okay, cool. So what am I misunderstanding here?
So I understand that you wanted them to address, the rampant power creep, right? But the way that they are talking, and if you look at how they approach the characters, I don't want you to think of this as buffs. Think of it as changes. And the reason why I want to say that is because they talked about how Jane plays so well into all these newer mechanics and newer characters with Vivian's Blooms and Alice's Polar Disorder. So their approach is not to just buff character stats to make them on par. Their approach is to change their mechanics and how they play to keep up with the current version of the game. So, for example, the three characters that they picked, Bernice, Soldier 11, and Grace. Bernice and Soldier 11 both got a balloons because their game plan is to be more of the backline of an anomaly team. So now, when you get those newer characters, you have the option of running those other two characters to keep to support your other character. Does that make sense?
It does. It would make perfect sense if they didn't say, "Oh, and slots 2 through 6, those are just those are just stat upgrades."
Yeah, those. So what those are, those, without going into leak territory, think of it as
You can
more
go into
so
league.
it's,
I don't.
okay, so Bernice's stat buffs, it gives you more reward for running high energy on her. So the more energy region that she has, the more alarming mastery that she gets, and the more damage that she does. So she gets 20% damage bonus and 20 anomaly mastery based on how much energy region she gets.
Oh, okay. And are they taking something away for the rebalance?
No,
So that's just a buff.
that is just the buff. Yes,
Yeah,
it
no-
gives, that's the reward for going past just the balance.
Yeah,
Like if you want to, like it. If you think about it in the way they're changing the characters to be played better with the current cast, and that's where the buff is coming into play, because they want you to be able to take those characters and have more versatility of, okay, well, if I pull this newer character, this makes this character better, or I can use this character that I like to make the newer character better. That's how they're
Yeah.
approaching it. So that way you still get the fundamental, like, I get to play with my character because it works well with the newer character.
I definitely do see where you're coming from like a rebalance perspective, but they're definitely, it feels like they're pitching this as a buff. Do you know what I mean? And I don't. It feels pretty buffy to me, if I'm honest.
It still is a buff because you're changing the character to be more versatile. That is still a buff. But if you think about it in the light of a more of a mechanical change to versatility, then it's like, oh, okay, we're making it so these characters can be used in much more scenarios. Like Soldier 11 would dial in, you're not really getting much mileage off of that right now. But if you add in the changes, now I can ult with Soldier 11. I get all my stacks back. I can burn the stacks and then ult would dial in, or do the forced ult with Soldier 11 again. Burn the stacks, then I can do something else. Burn the stacks. Now she becomes a burst character, just like Evelyn.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, and again, like the gameplay changes. It's basically going to result in additional damage output for Soldier 11. So I guess like maybe I'm approaching it the wrong way by calling it a buff, but it feels like a buff.
It is still a buff, yes, but the way they approached it, we are changing the versatility of the units so that they can perform better in these new scenarios.
Okay, well that's good. That's a good thing.
And and that's honestly, even if,
but
like,
yeah, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing in any way. Like
right, yeah, I get you. It's just like in the current and like state of the game, for really any game that's like this, when you're constantly building on mechanics and adding all this stuff, like with the entry skills and the blooms and like the force ultimate, like when you're constantly adding all this stuff, the vision of the game changes every single time because you're expanding on it. So the first core people, like core players of the game, or the first core characters of the game, they don't get that because they came out when the game didn't have all this stuff. So of course they're going to feel weaker. So now they're changing it and making these older characters have these newer mechanics, and that's the buff. So that way you have more of an option to play with the newer mechanics without being like, well, Bernice doesn't have Bloom, and Soldier 11 doesn't have the same bursty ability as Evelyn, stuff like that. It's not just raw stats for these characters, it's more so the mechanics and how they play into each other that makes them so ridiculous. Evelyn gets so much damage because she's chain attacking 24/7 versus Soldier 11 just doing basic attacks. Like it's different because Evelyn gets invincibility during her chain attacks. Soldier 11 has to play the dodge counter game 24/7, which is what they mentioned, right? It was like it's a tough part of her game plan, so we added this so that way you don't have to let up on your offense when a character like Evelyn doesn't have to let up on her offense. but she has the same game plan.
Yeah, I feel like I get it. Like I'm not getting it. I'm just confused about what I'm misunderstanding. That's what. Yeah.
Because you wanted them to, like, the reason why these older characters feel weaker to such a degree is not purely based off of the power creep. It's just because they're also just outdated design. And that's what part that they're like hard focusing on. Because if you look at something like, because you mentioned Zuyan and Haramasa, Zuyan and Haramasa, they have their own mechanics, and they both just got, or Zuyan just got Dailin,
True.
which helps her into her mechanic, and she's doing fantastic.
And to be fair,
Haramasa
like I did
hasn't
talk
gotten it
about
yet.
that with Jane as well. I was like, look, they're saying that certain characters don't need it because they've had other things come into the game that kind of lift them a little bit. Jane got Vivian, Jane got Yuzuha. So by that definition, are we saying though that the Dailin is an addition to help out characters like Haramasa and Juyuan?
More Zuyan
Yeah.
than Haramasa. And the reason why I say that is because Haru doesn't really get anything off his ultimate besides just raw damage. Zuyan gets extra bullets, so you get to change your rotation playing into what she already wants to do from doing that. Same with Hugo. Hugo loves Totalize, but a lot of times you can't ult every Totalize. Now you can, which means you can use his EX skill for more things, like the extra days that comes up or the anomaly, stuff like that. Like it opens up more options because the newer characters, or the older characters, are able to be played with the newer characters because of how they operate. But the characters that can't necessarily do that because they either have a one-dimensional game plan or they're just outdated in design, they're the ones that really need it. That's why you feel like Lycan doesn't really, like, is the only standard that is still doing decently well, is because his game plan doesn't change. His game plan is, I'm just going to stun, I'm going to build up freeze, and I'm going to increase the days bar, or not days bar, increase the stun multiplier and do my res drop, and I'm chilling. Like, that's his job. It's one dimensional, but it's so universal that it doesn't really matter. Jane is the same way. Jane's special mechanic is that she buffs assault to the point where you can crit and you do like the 1.5 times more damage just from critting on assault from her existing, which is why that's such a general mechanic. It enhances the general mechanic of the game that monophysical gets a buff from Jane existing, and Vivian can abuse a blooms off of physical critting because that's Jane's gimmick. So she doesn't really need a buff because she plays into the core of the game. That's her like uniqueness. You can just buff everything in the core of the game.
Yeah,
but
I see where you're coming from, but like Alice with with A rank supports feels quite a lot different to Jane with A rank supports. Like from a general power level perspective. Like in this current state of the game. So you're saying that Jane just doesn't deserve a buff because she has limited S rank characters that can lift her up. But realistically, those same limited S rank characters can also lift Piper up, you know?
Well, the thing is, for Jane, the thing that makes her unique is that she can make assaults crit. And their focus is, okay, I feel like or the players feel like they can't play these characters like the way that they used to.
Yeah.
So we're changing them so that you can play the characters the way that you are able to. Like a lot of Jane's damage and a Jane Viv team comes from Vivian.
Yeah.
Because Vivian's abusing Jane's mechanic. A lot of the damage from an Alice Jane Yuzuha team comes from Alice because she's abusing Jane. Like that's the whole thing, is that they're trying to open it up to where, okay, you may not be able, like, this character does do a lot more damage than this character, but if you can still play this character but in a different way, then you can still use the character that you love to play, and it also gives you a more incentive to play a different style.
I get it. I do get it. And I felt like I already got it. But the thing from me is that I just wish that they had said here that, hey, look, they're going to continue to look at other agents as things move forward, and potentially they'll go back and address older agents too. But they didn't say that at all. They made it out like this was it. Do you know what I mean? And I could see someone in chat. I saw the message a second ago. It's, it wouldn't be possible for them to buff all agents at once. I get it. I do understand that. But what I am saying is that, like, they said they will buff all the standard agents, and then they said that they will buff Bernice, Soldier 11, and Ellen. No, Soldier Zero and Ellen from a limited perspective. I just kind of wish they would say, look, we'll look at other limited characters as and when. But it felt like they didn't say that at all. They did say that in the 2.5 live stream. Yeah, but that's because they didn't announce this yet. This was what they're going to do.
So here's the harsh truth is that they're not going to.
Yeah.
They're not gonna address it the way you want to, because honestly, that's just business. You don't really want to do that way, right? But the way they're approaching it from more of a gameplay perspective than a power levels perspective. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but
Because
also,
at the end of the day, it's a gacha game, right? So characters are going to keep releasing and they're going to keep expanding on more mechanics over and over again. These characters are going to abuse these mechanics, and obviously it's going to get stupid and crazy and ridiculous every single patch. So their goal is to make the character design of the older units to fit the ever increasing complexity of the game. Hence the balloon, hence the burst. It's not gonna be like, oh, we're gonna raise this character to be a main DPS just like the other. Like it's not really gonna feel that way, and it sucks to hear that. But in the case that, like, we're using the game's mechanics and we're growing them, this is still great because they're still finding ways to incorporate. It's kind of like in their way the best of both worlds, because they're still increasing more powerful, like we're releasing more powerful characters, but when you have more powerful characters coming out, your older characters get to play off of the more powerful characters based off of these designs. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it. I can completely understand where you're coming from. I completely get it. I just wish they were a little bit more like, oh, hey, and we'll look at things as things move forward, and hey, and we're going to try and keep the power level at, its current standing, or not push it too much higher, so that we don't have to do this again. Like, I would just love for them to just not Band-Aid fix it, but to be like, hey, like, we see this as a problem, and we don't want to keep doing this, but we're doing it now to bring everything up, to make these older agents still play in the current state of the game. But now, I would just love them to say, hey, look, we're aware that, power level has gotten out of hand, and we're going to try and keep it here. That's why we're bringing people up to this level, and we're going to keep it here. And we're going to keep it steady increase. You know what I mean?
I understand that, but I think I have my own personal take for that.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't have a problem with character power creep.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with that. And here's why. In this game, character power creep is not a problem unless, like, character power creep is not a problem if the actual content designed for it is good. The problem comes into play when the actual content designed for these characters is not good, because that's when it really hits you. It's not necessarily that, oh, this character is weak. It's that, oh, this content sucks. Because you look at Thrall, you're excluding an entire class for his design. 2, you are, like, forcing these scenarios without any real reward based on the design of the boss. And it doesn't feel as if that's a really good boss design, because, like, yeah, the newer characters can just burst through the phase, but that's not on the characters, that's on the boss design. If you are able to, like, to prevent him from spawning Thrall or spawning Sobek within a certain period of time, or use something to him before he spawns Sobek, then you should be able to do something that helps you take out Sobek as a call and response. And Zenless does not have a very good call and response. That's more of a boss design problem than an actual character problem.
It is. It's 100% a boss design problem. Wouldn't it be nice if they talked about the boss design problem?
That would be great if they talked about it, but from a game design perspective, I don't think people are really focusing or acknowledging that it is a boss design because there's like, yes, we can talk about how much we hate Thrall and how much we hate Defiler and how much how we can talk about all we want to, but unless you explain why you hate it and really think about like why this sucks, then it's going to keep getting rehashed over and over again. And it's to be fair, that is not the job of the players to really be the ones.
I'll be honest. I'll keep complaining about Thrall. They will continue to do nothing about it.
Right. It's the job of the developers to really look at this and be like, what's not clicking? Like what did we fuck up on? Like what's this, something is not sitting well with these people. What's going on? That is a developer thing. And I think they don't understand it, which is where this whole, like, I have a lot of gripes with this. Like, cause I get it. I've been saying this since, what was the boss that really set me off? Tepes.
You quit in like 1.5, 1.6, didn't you?
I quit when I saw Aftershock because I was like, this is just laziness. I'm not doing that. Yeah. So I don't even have Evelyn because I skipped that time. And then Orphe came out and I was pissed because that's just another like trigger clone with an attacker slapped onto her. So I quit again and I missed Evelyn again. I was really excited for Evelyn, but Aftershock screwed me out of Evelyn twice.
Just quick, I can see Yojimbo asking to join, but I think honestly, I'm pretty much down to wrap up. To be honest, like I see where you're coming from. Like it's an optimization to make the characters work in the current state of the game, not necessarily a buff. I wish that they would talk about more things than this. I thought that this video was going to be more than this, if I'm honest. I feel like honestly, that's your fault.
My fault.
Well, you were like, you should really react to this, and I was like, oh yeah, sure, man.
Because what I thought was really like the best thing that I saw from this entire thing wasn't even about the character, but like changes or anything, right? It was purely the fact that I could hear them talking about the characters and be like, okay, they're actually paying attention. Like the stuff that they're talking about, the changes that they put in, they made perfect sense, and they understand like, okay, mechanically this does not work, or this is a problem here, or hey, this area needs to be touched up.
Yeah.
Me hearing that for like how long I've been wanting to hear this from the beginning of beta 2, like that was just finally, you know.
It is great that they're doing something about it, and I don't know, like. I'm gonna go back and do a wrap up quickly after we wrap up on the call, just for the video for the react, and I'll make it doubly clear again. Like, I'm so glad that they're addressing the fact that there are problems. I'm so glad that they're aware of these problems, and I'm so glad that they're going back to all of the standard characters. It's fantastic, but at the same time, I wish they would talk about it a little bit more. Honestly, I think that's a fair take. Perfect. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I might just use that.
That's definitely a fair take. My take on this is that this just showed me that the devs actually play their own game because they understand. They actually play their own game. That's rare nowadays, but they actually play their own game because they understand like design concepts and like character gameplay application and all. They actually understand it. So I'm happy that we have a dev team that plays their own actual games.
True.
So
anyway. But thanks for the yap, man. Much appreciated. I'll catch you later.
All right. See you later. Have a good stream.
You too. Bye. Good chat. Good chat with Nyx as always. He's balanced and measured, that one. He is balanced and measured. We do like that. We're going to be moving on to the tier list in just a moment. Let me just very quickly record my wrap up on this, because this has turned like a 10-minute video into like an hour-long react. We might include a couple of like clips of what Nick said. But yeah, we'll probably try and keep it short on the actual video, to be honest with you. Let me just go back. I think I do want to make it super clear though that I am very, very happy that this is where we are with ZZZ in terms of like they're addressing that there are problems. Okay, let me just do the wrap up. So to wrap up, I just want to make it super clear. I am so happy that the zzzero devs have kind of addressed where there are problems and are looking to fix them. However, there is a small part of me that just wishes that they would talk a little bit more about that power level increase stuff so that we can understand as players what's in their mind as we move forwards. I'm not saying that there should be no power level increase. It's a gacha game at the end of the day. There's always going to be some level of power level increase, but the fact that they're having to buff these older characters means that there was a pretty big problem. And I know things changed in 1.4, blah, 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 but Sammy came out in 1.6. Anyway, I'm glad we're in this position. I'm glad they're addressing it. I hope they continue to address this stuff, and I look forward to more of these kind of talks in the future. As always, remember to like and subscribe for better than average on all your pulls. Pour responsibly, stay weird. Bye, 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 bye. Like and subscribe. Yeah. I mean, do you want to get a buff? Yeah. I feel like a lot of people are going to be in the position where they want a specific character to be buffed, and the zzzero dev team don't necessarily do it. And I think there are some characters that stand out in my mind as wanting that. The big one for me is actually not Ju-Yuan, it's Chingy. I feel like Chingy still does exactly what she's supposed to do. It's just that what she's supposed to do is just less valuable in the current state of the game. Oh, and Caesar. Yeah, sorry, you're right, guys. Caesar. But yeah, I'd love to see those buffs too. But yeah, I can see where they're coming from with starting with these characters. I want them to move on to more characters. I also would like them to address the power level thing. Let's see what happens. But I'm glad this is happening. Caesar doesn't even have ult. No, exactly. All right, okay. Let's stop the recording and then we'll start a new recording for the tier list. We're moving on to tier list now. It's tier list time, everybody. Also, I think I saw Static in chat. Did I see Static in chat earlier? Static Nexus, Static Breed, the Breed, the Goat. I don't know if I did see him in chat, but if I did, Static, hello. Yeah, I thought I saw him. Well, it was in the middle of like the chat with Nix and stuff. But if he's still here, 07s. Much love to Static. We like Static a lot. Anyway, let's start recording and get ready for the tier list. You did? Nice. I wish I called it out at the time. He probably dropped off, to be honest. But yeah. Okay. People using power creep that the characters can't clear, which is the brain rot in the community. Yeah, I mean, people do use those terms to mean that characters can't clear, but it's not true. Pretty much every character can still clear. They just need good supports. And on that note, it's no better time to start the tier list. Okay, let me just think about how we start this again. We want to make sure that we have me here, that there. I'll get a bit bigger because why not? Okay, cool. Characters do struggle a lot. They struggle more, yeah. You did? Hoped you didn't notice because they didn't want to throw you off. Appreciate the love. Static, are you coming back for 2.5? That's the question. Tier list based on what metric? We'll get into it in a second. Tier list the ads, Lamal. I'm just waiting to see if traffic's coming back in 2.5. Imagine. But essentially, this is a pull value tier list. So I'll get into it in a minute because I'll do the explanation at the start of it. Ass tier list, yeah. Oh, he's gone, maybe. Anyway, okay, right, let's carry on. This video is not for whales and dolphins. It's for you, because you might be looking at all of the characters that are available in Zenless Zone Zero and thinking to yourself, hey, which of these characters should I pull? And I'm here to tell you, I'm going to list out every single character that's... I'm going to list out every limited S-rank character in Zenless Zone Zero, and we are going to decide where we tier list them from pull value perspective. Pull value meaning how valuable are they on your account for you to pull. Now, there are some characters that we will talk about quite extensively, and some characters that we'll talk about not that much at all, basically depending on whether or not depending on the state of your account, they might very well go higher or lower and so on and so forth. So to be honest with you, you probably just can't look at the list and get a good overall view, but it's characters without their engines. How valuable are they to pull for your account? So without much further ado, let's put all of the supports in tier 0. Okay, so, but I am actually going to start there. I do think that, honestly, the last time that I did this tier list, only the support characters made it into tier 0, because you can balance against pretty much any DPS in the game, including Void Hunter level DPSs. So if we're talking about like characters that can be balanced against, we'd be talking about characters like Miyabi, characters like Yixuan, but you can't really balance against like Yuzuha or Astra or Lucia. So I think what I'm going to do is, to start things off, I'm actually just going to do it. I'm going to put Lucia, I'm going to put Yuzuha, and I'm going to put Astra at the top. We'll talk about each of them briefly, and then we're going to go from there. Okay, so Lucia, T0, Rupture support. I think that she's probably, to be honest with you, she's probably currently, in the current state of the game, she is the least valuable of the support characters, if only because Rupture characters and Rupture teams are lesser than Anomaly teams and attacker-based teams, as well as the fact that Astra can double up as a Rupture support, and in a pinch, Yuzuha probably can too. She is the most niche support. However, she does still belong in tier 0 in my opinion. However, this is also taken with a pinch of salt, with the idea in mind that if you pull her, you have a Rupture team to run with her. That, in those situations, she belongs in T0. Okay, then we move on to Yuzuha. I actually think Yuzuha is the least... No, let's not say that. I actually think that Yuzuha is a fantastic Anomaly support, but also very easy to flex into other teams as well, because she can also do pretty well in attacker-based teams. Sometimes you actually want to benefit from that defensive assist that Yuzuha provides, and I think, to be honest with you, she can work in attacker teams. If you don't have Astra, she can be slotted in. She still provides the 1200 attack. Yes, her damage bonus isn't quite as good, but she's still like provides a buttload of attack. It's double Lucy. Just putting it out there. And then lastly, we have Astra. And to be honest with you, I'm actually in two minds as to whether or not Astra goes in T0 or T1. In the current state of the game, I think we have to put her in T0. But earlier on stream, I did talk about the idea that Astra has a chance to get crept at some point. Now, I don't think that she'll ever fully get crept. I don't think that anyone will ever be as good with Evelyn as Astra, for example. She's still going to be a fantastic attacker support. If a new attacker support comes out, it doesn't necessarily diminish what Astra can bring to the table. It just means that the new attacker support might be slightly better with Ye Shunguang or one of the idols or whoever it might be, right? But if we get a new attacker support, I think that we're more likely to get one over an Anomaly support and a Rupture support. Let's put it that way, because Astra's been in the game the longest, and I think we're kind of coming to that point where maybe we might get a more specific attacker support, and we might drop some of the stuff that Astra provides, like the chain attack stuff, which is really good for Evelyn, and they might get some additional stuff that's really good for another character. Maybe the Void Hunter, maybe Ye Shunguang, maybe a 3.0 agent. Who knows? But I'm just saying, in the current state of the game, Astra is still a T0. Should this change next patch, we'll talk about it then. I think even with that, she works for all three classes, so she'll always be valuable. Yeah, like I said, I don't think she'll ever be fully like left behind in any way, but I do think that she's the most likely for us to, like, if you pulled Astra to run with a different attacker, like, let's say you pulled Astra to run with, oh, fuck, I don't know, man. Not Evelyn. Let's say you pulled Astra to run with Sambi, and then we get a support character who also buffs aftershocks as well, for example, then that, do you know what I mean? Like, I think that there's a chance that we might get a better attacker support for specific team archetypes within attack. And I think that that's most likely to happen to Astra over Lucia and Yuzaha. She's still a T0 character, though. All right? She's still T0. You mean Orphe? I do not, but it's a good point. Okay. Astra is the I don't have a best in slot type of unit. Also true, yeah. Because she's so generalist and she can flex into so many places, it does make it a little bit tricky sometimes. Anyway, right. So we've done the limited S rank supports, and spoiler alert, they are all that is going into T0. And we talked about this last time, and last time I had Kete with me, and we've got these tiers here. The tiers are from either fantastic for your account, T0, you know, like, these are characters you should definitely pull. And I feel I'm only comfortable putting the limited S rank supports in that tier. That's it. Not dial in? Oh shit. Dial in, oh my god, actually. I'm very heavily considering it. I do think she probably is. I do think she probably is. So you're saying I should pull T0 M1 Astra on rerun? I'm not saying that. But I do think dial-in probably does belong in T0. Fuck. Damn it. Miku, please edit that out. Okay, and spoiler alert, I don't think that any other characters should necessarily go into T0 except for one. And I'm really hoping this isn't recency bias, but she is unequivocally the best stun agent that we have in the game, and you all know who I'm talking about right now. It's Dylan. We're going to put Dylan up in T0 with the limited S rank supports because she is basically a support. Like, I mean, let's put it this way. Everyone really liked Jufufu. Jufufu's additional ability where she provides an extra 1,000 decibels. Dylan just gives you a free ult. That's crazy. On top of the fact that she extends the stun and provides a buff to it. Like, it's actually crazy. And considering that, Predwen do put stunners and supports in the same category, I don't feel too bad about it. She's basically a support. That's fine. Let's leave her there. And then let's move on to the rest of the list. Okay, so T0 is honestly done. That's it. Those are the best possible pulls that people can make. If you have no other characters and you pulled one of these, you're probably in a pretty good spot. My slight word of caution is don't just pull all supports. At a certain point, you're going to want to start pulling DPSs. And I think by the time you have, at least one support, you might then start needing like at least one DPS. But you can... Yeah, like the best pull you can make is the support and then pull whichever DPS you want. So if you pulled Astra, then you could pull Sambi, then you could pull Evelyn, then you could pull whoever it is. Or if you pulled Yuzaha, then you could pull Jane, then you could pull Vivian, then you could pull, you know what I mean? Like pull the support and then for the particular class archetype that you're going to run and then pull the character or pull the character and then the support. But the support is really important. Okay. Then let's move on and let's rank Haramasa. Haramasa. Yeah, it's just that easy. It's kind of sad, but at the same time, if Haramasa was rerunning next patch, I would have to say that his pull value is low. If I didn't say that his pull value was low, I feel like when people go into the next patch and they pull him because ALG said that his pull value was okay, and then they can't fucking clear I'd feel pretty bad about that. So yeah, Haru can't be pulled, nor can anyone. Actually, yeah, no one could be pulled, by the way, right now. This is just for fun. He's not ever getting a rerun. Oh my goodness. Okay. Ju Yuan. Boys and girls, it is with a heavy heart that I say that I actually don't think that Zhu Yuan is worth pulling in the current state of Zenless Zone Zero. I think that you can get much more bang for your buck from a different character. I think if you like her, by all means go ahead. And you can pull her, you can have a good time, but I actually do think her pull value is low. She's a DPS from 1.0. She's been outclassed. She does do pretty well with the right supports. She does do really well with Nicole, and Nicole is free. But Nicole plus Zhu Yuan is not an entire team. And yeah, and at that point you need at least one other limited S rank part. She is great. I do love her. There's a part of me that thinks that because she works so well with Nicole, there is a part of me that thinks that it might be okay to put her here. But like, look, we talked about it. If you're very new to the game and you pulled her, and you ran her with A rank Ambi and Nicole for a while, you would have a good time. But then when you get to endgame content, you're going to need to pull like another stun agent or something. And that's okay. Like, it's not the end of the world. She's a very older unit. She's not, you need at least one other limited S rank unit to make her sing, to make her feel like she's doing enough damage. Is it still fun to play her? Yes. But remember, this is a pull value tier list with an idea of being able to clear endgame as fast as you can. So, yeah. Nicole and Astra is a good team. Nicole is a fantastic team, yeah. Nicole Astra, we used to refer to that as the wheelchair because you put any character with Nicole and Astra and they can just clear. But yeah, Nicole Astra is a fantastic team. She needs a Void Hunter support. Yeah, I'm trying not to be biased. I love G1. I really want to put her there, but it's not true. Okay. Yeah, let me just Miku, if you're watching this, can this go at the start? So just to be clear, this is not a waifu over meta tier list. This is a pull value tier list. So we're going to talk about characters and like how much value they add to your account, but realistically, every character on this list can still clear the endgame if you support them with the proper characters and the proper teams. So really take your pick and then build around your favorite agents. That's the way that you should approach the game. That's the way I've approached the game. And honestly, you can do that or you can do whatever the hell you like. I don't really care. But I guess what I want to say and make clear off the rip is do you first and then think about like, oh, maybe I should pull this character to support this character. That's the way you should play the game. But if you're here for pull value and then to get angry at me in the comments, then let's go. Like, subscribe, comment. Okay, he can put that at the start. Miku, put that at the start. Okay, we're doing Miyabi now. Miyabi. Okay, I think she goes exactly where we had her before. I think she still goes in tier 1. She is a great pull. She is one of the best DPSs in Zenless Zone Zero. It is not really a question mark. She can still push into content that hasn't necessarily been designed around her and still perform fantastically. And she's also super fun to play. It's just like I have so much fun freezing enemies. It's actually insane. And we are getting a lot of enemies that are ice weak that she's not necessarily designed to run against, like Wandering Hunter and Thrall, that she can be pushed into and you can still clear okay. And then we're also getting additional enemies that are coming back around that are very anomaly focused and want her from like an ice anomaly perspective, like Bringer and Dead End Butcher. I think honestly, Miyabi is arguably, you know, maybe the best DPS in the game. You know, we can argue about that backwards and forwards. I'm not going to tier them within the tier. She's a great pull. She's not necessarily on the same level as a support pull, but yeah, she's still a fantastic pull for any account. Okay. Can you freeze enemies still? Bro, did you fight Bringer this time? It was so good. I had so much fun fighting Bringer. Okay. Caesar. I don't know if we need to talk about Caesar. Not really. We're getting Zhao, guys. Did you know we're getting Zhao for free? We're getting a free Zhao. I'm sorry. Caesar has to be low pull value. I think if you pull Caesar, it's because you want something that she offers that no one else can. And something that she offers that no one else can is the shield. The shield is really cool. It's really good. If you're a mobile player, if you're a story player and you're not particularly good at the game, you just want to mash and get through it because you're enjoying the vibes and the story and stuff, then yeah, actually maybe consider picking up Caesar. But I think from a, you know, doing damage perspective, she does okay, but there's just always better options. She's a decent fill unit, but there's always better options. And honestly, I think we have to put her in the low pull value just for that reason. I take offense to that mobile player game. Hey, look, I'm just saying, yeah. I still remember how much CC says she's a universal generalist. I mean, did I say that? I don't know. At least her EP is goated. Yeah, honestly, best EP in the game. Yeah, she definitely needs a buff. Anyway, let's talk about Yanagi. Okay. Yanagi is a good anomaly agent. She's kind of a jack of all trades, master of none. She can work in a quick swap, kind of off-field way where you bring her on an EX, you get the extra disorder stacks, and then you can just keep playing Miyabi, stuff like that. But then she can also work as like an on-field driver if you have like a Vivian or a Bernice as an off-field agent to support her. And then you can also run her in like a quick swap team with Jane or something, and you can just swap them in and out and like absolutely give Jester a horrible time in Shiyu defense. She works in all of those situations, and she does well in all of those situations. But I can't bring myself to put her into tier 2. I'm gonna put her in tier 3. I feel like I was trying to talk myself into tier 2, but she's gonna go in okay. She's a solid pull. Like, if you like her, if you like the way she plays, if you want the flexibility that she offers as an anomaly agent, solid. Yep, sure, go for it, man. I think that's where she belongs. She belongs in T3. I think, to be honest, though, I'd put T2. She's been clutching for me here and there. Yeah, like, I think, to be honest, though, if she brings something to your account, if she brings more to you than you think that I've covered there, I think it's okay for you to be like, okay, you know what, I'm, you know, like, yeah, like, it's an okay pull. Like, it's a solid pull. It's not like, oh, great, yeah, good pull there. But it's like, yeah, that's good, man. Yeah, you did okay. It's all good. I feel like I'm trying to cover it. Like, I feel like I'm trying to be too nice sometimes. She's not tier 2. I played her since launch. Look, yeah, there's always going to be both sides here, guys. But yeah, I think she's solid. She's not like, oh, this is a good pull. This is a great pull. This is the best pull you could possibly make. But she belongs here. It's not. She's not bad. She's not a low pull. She's not a low value pull. She's a solid value pull. That's it. She bring the cake for real. Okie dokie. Lighter. Lighter's plus is that he's really good with fire and ice DPSs. The downside to that is he's not really that useful anywhere else. The additional downside to that is that dial-in now exists. So you probably pretty much rather have dial-in than lighter in pretty much all circumstances. I think there's I can see you guys spamming T2. I'm between T3 and T2, and I think my head is saying T3, and I think it's because of the nicheness of his kit. Like, if he only worked with attackers and not like rupture agents or something, I think I would be okay putting him here. But the fact that it's only fire and ice attackers is just, it feels too niche. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to put him in tier 2, but I just feel like he's slightly too niche, and I can't. Could you make it work with Minato or Banyue? Yeah, you can kind of make it work. I think if you run Lucy as like a connecting piece, it can kind of work. But like, you're kind of clutching a little bit there. I think in terms of what he offers to the team, he's honestly like T1, T0. But like, in terms of general pull value, he is niche. I think if you want to support a specific DPS in a specific circumstance, he becomes a lot better. But I think in terms of general pull value, we have to say it's okay. It's a solid pull, but he's kind of niche. T3 because it doesn't work with Rupture and Idari and Banyue are better than Eve and Ellen/Hugo. Well, yeah, in certain circumstances, yes. Loving my Bernice Evelyn. Bernice Evelyn? That's wild. But yeah, I think due to how niche he is, he has to go into T3. It stings a little. I kind of want to put him in T2. It's okay. All right. Evelyn. I think we also have to consider the current state of Zenless Zone Zero. When is the last time Evelyn had a boss? When is the last time that Evelyn was like absolutely slaying, either in Shiyu defense or Deadly Assault? Don't be biased. Look, I feel like last time. Look, let me talk you through like what I think happened last time. Is I wanted to put Evelyn in T2, and I said to Kete, am I being biased? Does she actually belong in T3? And he was like, yeah, bro, I think you're being biased. And then we put her in T3. I think she's great. I feel like she doesn't belong in this one. She doesn't belong in like the Void Hunter level DPSs. I love Evelyn. I just don't feel like she's getting the service right now. T3. All right, yeah. Right, guys. Right, you decide. 3 or 2. Spam the chat. 3 or 2. It's going to kill my chat, isn't it? Yeah, it killed my chat. I wanted you to see it. Yeah, it's dead. It's so dead. Look, because I love her too much, I actually just don't think it's right for me to do it. You guys decide. Wait. Where am I putting it? Oh, I have to put it in the chat box. Shit, where's the chat box gone? I know, Unk. Did that send? Is it dead? I'm gonna have to restart the chat. Miku, you now have something else to cut. I'm sorry. All on Discord? Yeah. I mean, what are you saying? Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, no sig. Will ALG learn that asking us to spam kills chat? No, yeah, I'll never learn that. I will never learn that. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's ironing out to 3. I'm gonna let you guys have it. The 3s have it. I think I am being biased by saying 2. Remembering as well that this is without Sig. This is without Sig. She does love her Sig. She does love her sig. So yeah, the boys have it. The boys have it. Okay, let's talk about Sambi. Sambi. Is this gonna hurt? Is this gonna sting a little bit? Because I feel like Sambi has had better service in terms of like end game content and in terms of characters that have been added since she's come out than almost anyone else. But I still wouldn't put her in T1. I would put her in... Oh, I would put her in T2. Or maybe T3. Oh, God, no. You should put Eve above Yanagi, though. We're not tiering within the tiers. Sambi's a solid character. She's an electric DPS. She's maybe the best electric DPS that we have. She probably will get better next patch. But remember, we're only rating it in the current patch. So if we're only rating it in the current patch, we kind of have to be specific about what we're saying about her in the current patch. My chat is dead, by the way, guys. I still can't see anything. I think she belongs in T3. I don't think that she's quite T2 level. What I will say is that, and I'm gonna make the same argument as I made last time. I'm actually gonna put them in the same place. Is that let's do Seed as well, because I think Seed deserves a spot above Sambi from a pull value tier list. No. Stay with me here. Remember, this is not a power level tier list. It is a pull value tier list, and I actually think that Seed has better low cost options than Sambi. Like, actually way better low-cost options in terms of teams. Because you can run her with Billy Nicole and clear pretty comfortably with the buff that she had when she came out and the buff that she currently has in DA, which is insane, by the way. And it's not necessarily even designed for her. It's just really flipping good. So, yeah, I do think that Seed deserves to be a step above Sambi, and I don't think Seed deserves to be here. So I think from a pull value perspective, we're going to do this, and we're going to put Seed in T2, and we put Sambi in T3. I'm going to restart my chat again because it's still dead. I can't see how annoyed you guys are at me. And I really need to know. And different from Sambi, Seed works great without Trigger and Orphe. Also true. Also true. Yeah. I think in terms of power level, I don't think these two are too different. I think that Sambi's best team is maybe marginally better than Seed's best team, but I actually think from a pull value perspective, I do think that Seed is more valuable. So we're going to put Seed in T2. Seed works with all attackers, minimal investment. Exactly. Yeah, so I think she goes up. Sambi's team is costly. Exactly. Again, pull value, I think Seed goes over. Not better than Void Hunter? Yeah. I think this is, so far, guys, I feel happy. All right, let's keep going. Trigger. Remember, this is without engine. Trigger's pretty good, though. I just want to not put everyone into tier 3. But I do think that Trigger's going into tier 3. I can't... Realistically, I think she doesn't quite belong here. She is very, very versatile. She does work well with pretty much every DPS in the game. You will clear with pretty much every DPS in the game. Oh, man, boys, does she just go in T2? Without engine, I think tier 3. Yeah. But even without engine, like, she's still pretty good in rupture teams. Like, so in rupture teams, her engine has no effect, essentially. But I think she's kind of fine. She's kind of fine without it. I don't want to put everyone in T3, but maybe she belongs there. Should we do Jufufu? Because I think that these two are so similar, Jufufu and Trigger. But I do think, okay, hear me out. I think Trigger goes into T3. We're moving on to Jufufu, and Jufufu goes into T2. The reason being is that Jufufu doesn't need her engine at all, basically. You can just spend a little bit more time farming, a little bit more time in the disc mines, and she's just really generalist and good everywhere. I think that she's not necessarily the best on agent because we have Dylan, but yeah, I do kind of want to have a distinction between Trigger and Jufufu, and there's no way Jufufu belongs up here. So for that reason, I think we're gonna go Trigger okay, Jufufu T2. That's where I'm going. Okay, Vivian. We already said that no one else is going into T0, but I think the question mark for me is, does Vivian belong in T1? And I think the answer is no. Yeah, I think Vivian's really, really good. There's a part of me that kind of wants to put her in T1, but I think that she belongs in T2. As an off-field anomaly, DPS, you kind of can't get any better than Vivian. She's fantastic. She's very, very good. Is she great? Nah. I'm going to leave her there. I think that that's the right spot for her. Can you turn on a chill music? Yeah, I would. It makes it so much easier to edit if I leave the music off. We're nearly all the way through it. It'll be fine. Cool. Okay. This is going to sting a little bit. But Idari, we do have a bunch of other ice DPSs in the game that players may have already. She is a Rupture ice DPS. She is not a low value pull, but she's just okay. She's actually just okay. Like, honestly, she's just okay. And it stings me to say that because I really like Idari, but her damage output at M0 without engine is fine. It's okay. She's okay in every sense of the word. It's kind of where she belongs. You're not going to be upset. It's not like a low value pull, but she's not better than fine, if that makes sense. Okay. Ellen. Okay, now with buff, okay, we're rating her and her current state in 2.4, not with the buffs from 2.5, but this will be with the buffs from 2.0, right? So those buffs are still, they still exist. I think even with those buffs, she's low value pull. I think if you want to pull Ellen, it's because you want to pull Ellen. It's not because Ellen is really, really good and you like you're very happy with Ellen or whatever. Like Ellen has to go into the low value tier. She's worse as an ice DPS than Idari, but Idari is obviously very recent. She's a 1.0 unit. They are buffing her again next patch. Maybe she moves up to okay, but for right now in 2.4, she is a low value pull. Okay. Orphe. Guys, my chat keeps breaking. I can't even see what you guys are saying. How annoyed is everyone about the LM placement? Oh, it's fine. Nobody's annoyed. Oh, okay, that's fine. Everyone's fine. Everybody chill. Because chat doesn't like the tier list, that's why it keeps dying. I can have the two chats open. I can't show you my second monitor, but yeah. Anyway, let's do Orphe. I think Orphe's... This sucks, man. I think Orphe's T3. Just, like, she's okay. She's really, really good if you have limited S-rank counterparts for her, like Sambi or Seed. But without that, it's not like Vivian, where it's like any other anomaly unit, yeah, you're fine. It's not like Jufufu, any other attacker or rupture unit, you're fine. It's not like Seed, you have one other attacker, it doesn't matter who, you're fine. I don't think she belongs this high. I don't think she belongs this, like, in this echelon. I think she belongs here. Maybe I'm being too harsh on these ones here, but I think she belongs below those. T2, but she only really has one teammate. Yeah, see, that's the point, right? Is that it's like, if this was a power level tier list, maybe she would be higher. But it's a pull value tier list. So she has to be lower because she requires something else as well. Okay, let's do Qingyi. Okay, I feel like Jer's gonna spam the chat and break it again, but she's T4. Qingyi is a low value pull nowadays because Qingyi is, you know, like, we have better stun agents in pretty much every situation. But it's not like she's useless. She's just a low pull value. I think the problem is that, like, we have great off-field stun agents. We have great on-field stun agents who are more quick swappy. People like Dylan. But yeah, Qingyi definitely belongs in the low value for pull value because honestly, she's still okay in certain teams, in certain scenarios, but there's literally not a situation now that you would rather have Qingyi that you couldn't have Dylan in. And then for like a long-term fight as well, a lot of the time, Trigger was actually doing better than Qingyi was. It's kind of over for Qingyi, honestly. I think Qingyi and Caesar both definitely need reworks in some way. Because their kit, like we were talking about the optimization stuff earlier when we watched the dev talk, their kits just don't align with the current state of the game. This tier list is all over the place. Hey, what did you expect, man? I told you I woke up after falling asleep on the sofa while watching Home Alone. Like, what did you think was going to happen? I started stream and I said, embrace chaos. Like, you know, like, what did you think was going to happen today? You sleeping midstream. Anyway, Jane is a low value pull. Jane is a low value pull. I think the reason that Jane is a low value pull is not because she's bad, but it's because the way that Jane has benefited in Zenless Zone Zero up to this point is from indirect buffs from other characters, which means that she requires other limited S-rank characters to perform well. And realistically, you probably want at least 2. Now, there's a chance that she might very well work a little bit better with, I mean, maybe you could do like a quick swap Grace thing when Grace gets buffed, but right now, current state of the game, you probably want 2 limited S-rank agents in order to support Jane, like a Vivian or a Bernice, and then Yuzuha. Or Astra. And yeah, I just realistic, yeah. And and then when we start talking about pull value as well, in some circumstances, Piper is actually a better pick. And in other circumstances, you would, well, basically all circumstances, you would just rather have Alice. So the fact that Piper exists and Alice exists means that, yeah, we have to put Jane in the low pull value. If it was a power level and we were talking about characters in their best teams, maybe she'd be a little bit higher. But in terms of pull value, yeah, she has to go at the bottom. Okay. Last time I checked, Alice didn't dress like a hooker. I do like that. I do like that. However, I think it's only right that we do Alice after Jane, seeing as I just kind of brought her up. And I think last time where we put Alice, I actually kind of want to address it a little bit. We put her in the same tier as the Void Hunter level agents. Now, to be honest with you, I actually do think that Alice is the best anomaly DPS in the game. However, I don't think that she's Void Hunter level, and I think now that we're seeing more and more Deadly Assaults and Shiyu defenses that aren't necessarily, they don't necessarily need physical anomaly. I know we currently have Jester and Shiyu, but in Deadly Assault, like we're having a bit of a break from Fiend at the moment. You can still push Alice into content that isn't necessarily designed for her, and she still does okay. I think she moves down to T2. I don't know why I pushed her into Viv. It doesn't matter. It's the same order. I think that's where she belongs. She's fine. She's good. Guys, she's good. She's good. This tier list is rough. Well, at least it's mine. we have to talk about the pull value. But also, I couldn't really give a shit. Ban Yue is okay. He's fine. I think when Idari came out, we put her in the same tier and she stayed in the same tier. Ban Yue is okay. I'm not necessarily going to say he's a low value pull, although Minato does exist. I think he's definitely on the low end of okay, but he is still, in fact, okay. I could definitely hear the argument for T4, but I'm going to put him in T3. That's where I am with it. Anyway, Bunnis, oh my god, where did she just go? Bunnis, go. Okay, so currently in 2.4, I think that Bernice is still a tier 4 character. I think that she's still low pull value. In 2.5, that may very well change. She is going to get some optimizations, some buffs. She is also super cool. I do really like Bernice. I'm excited to play her more. But at the moment, there's not really a reason to play her over playing like a quick swap team, like Alice Yanagi or Alice Miyabi or something like that, or to play, or there's basically like no situations that you would rather have Vivian for. There's a couple of situations that you could potentially argue where Bernice is a little bit better than Vivian, but would you rather have Vivian on your account or Bernice? The answer is always going to be Vivian. So 2.5 is going to be T3? Yeah, I hope so. I really do hope so. But yeah. It is what it is. She's going in the low pull value tier. And then we have Hugo. Hugo is also going to go into the low pull value. The reality is he's an ice DPS that got cucked by a bunch of anomaly ice stuff that he couldn't really fight against. And then occasionally when we do get marionettes or something again, it's because they want to shill Hugo like they did in the first half of 2.4. He is low pull value. It's not like you can't make a team work around him. And just again, to be clear, it's not like you can't make a team work around any of these characters that are in the low pull value tier list. They're in the low pull value tier, but it is that you wouldn't necessarily recommend pulling any of these characters, and that's how I feel about it. And then the last character that we have is Yixuan, and Yixuan goes in the Void Hunter level tier. The Void Hunter level tier. She's a great pull right now. Can you pull for her right now? No. Can you pull for any of them right now? No. You can't. You can't. This fucking sucks. You fucking suck. Why would you even say that? That's so mean. I'm still salty about Alice not being TRL while she literally destroys all available content. She's not Void Hunter level. Anyway, let me wrap it up. Does it sound like I've enjoyed myself today? Fucking hell. Rename T1 to Void Hunter then. No, because it just naturally lined up that way. I think this is a pretty good way for it to naturally line up. I think it's fine. I would drop Astra, honestly. Yeah, we did talk about it on Astra. We think that Astra probably will drop soon. But for now, she's still there. I think if you're considering Astra on the rerun, I think it's important just to have that consideration in mind, that she is the oldest limited S-rank support. She's the most generalist limited S-rank support, and nothing in the future is ever going to take that away from her, but you might get something more specific that's better. Yeah, Astra rerun is a trap. Well, that's kind of what I'm saying, yeah. But it may or may not be true. But anyway, this is the pull value tier list, Average Luck Gamers pull value tier list for the end of 2.4, now that we've had all the characters in 2.4. And I feel fine about it. Chat hates it. This video will get disliked, bombed. But you know what? That's fine. I'll live. As always, remember to like and subscribe for better than average luck on all your pulls. Pull responsibly, stay weird. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. People are going to think this tier list equals power level over pull value in the comments. Yep, they always do. Don't publish the video? No, it's getting published. They always dislike this. Yep, they do. It's just the way of content, honestly. Yeah, it's not about the power. It's about how much value they add to an account. I don't... Yishuan has no bad encounter. I'm not a huge glazer, but she has... Yeah. Go respect that Idari performs better than Miyabi on almost 2.0 onwards boss words from Kete, and they're somehow 2 tiers apart. Yeah, because if you pulled Miyabi, I think you're misunderstanding what... yeah. I think to explain Miyabi versus Idari, like, Idari is really great on Rupture bosses. But I just... like... like, we've had regular Dead End Butcher. We've had Bringer now in Deadly Assault. Like, Idari is not getting anywhere near Miyabi scores on those bosses. But Miyabi can also brute force into Wandering Hunter. Can Idari also brute force into Wandering Hunter? Into the anomaly bosses like Dead End Butcher? Yeah, sure. But I think you're actually going to have a rougher time with M0 no engine Idari than you would with Miyabi. You can't call Thrall a Rupture boss. No, to be fair, you can't. And you can also, yeah, like, you can make better use of Sukaku with Miyabi as well, which is just better from a pull value perspective. Do the Seed Trigger Ball? Does Seed have a better value than Trigger? Sure. I think you, wait, pull value more. I can't be bothered to retype it. Seed or Trigger? I think you guys are also, I think you guys are also confusing the fact that this is my list and my opinion. Like, sure, we can talk about this. I'm happy to talk about this. But it doesn't change the fact that this is what I think. We can still make fun of it. Yeah, you can still make fun of it, by all means. I think, honestly, the reason that this is going the way it is because not that many people pull Seed. This is honestly the reason why. It's why people think that the Trigger is better than Seed, is because not as many people pulled Seed. But Seed is really good. She can take huge advantage of attacker buffs as well, in a way that other attackers can't. And there's almost no one else that can get a team up and running and fully clearing DA with just A rank units, like the free A rank units, just Billy and Nicole. From a pull value perspective, I don't care that you guys tell me that I'm wrong. It doesn't matter. I do not believe it to be true. I've logged into hundreds, if not thousands of accounts, and I would rather see a seed, Billy Nicole, with a good attacker buff than a fucking trigger. Y'all are wrong. Is that what you wanted? And I don't even know how to play seed. I agree with you, streamer. Thank you. Thank you, Minion. You're so stern, am I? Now can you do a poll for Alice T1 or T2? Yeah, but then I'll also give an impassioned speech about why she should be T2, and then I'll swing it so that everyone agrees with me anyway. I'm just pulling the strings, just slowly and surely pulling these strings. On God, add that into the video. I don't know if I was running the recording. Miku, can you get it from the stream? What was it? Was it Alice T1, T2? Okay. No, new poll. Bloop. Justice for Bunny. I have strong opinions on characters I don't own. Completely fair. Of course you do. Don't we all? T3 where? Look, Alice is... I honestly, I do think Alice is the best DPS. Outside of the Void Hunters. I've seen crit Alice. That's crazy. I think T2 is fine for her. She's good. Is she Void Hunter level? Look, I'll hear the argument for it, but I don't necessarily agree. I think that T2 is fine. She's good. Like, it's not even like we're saying she's okay. She's in the same tier as Vivian. Like, she's really good. This is a really good character. It's just, she's not... When Miyabi or Yixuan rerun, everyone will be like, oh, you should still pull them, right? You should definitely still pull them. But Alice's rerun is coming up, actually very shortly. And it's a case of, well, you might already have the coverage because you might already have Jane. And if you don't have Jane, you still have Piper. And Piper is literally the best A-rank DPS. I still believe that. Even though Manito's in the game, I still believe that Piper is the best A-rank DPS. So from a pull value perspective, are you ever going to need to pull Alice? I think not necessarily, no. I think you'd be better off with a Vivian and a Yuzuha and you run Piper. Well, 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 Miku. How the turntables. Me and my rater on a Lucia Yuzuha Astra team after following ALG's tier list blindly. This is why you shouldn't follow the tier list blindly. Yixuan higher tier than Miyabi. Can't seem in the same current tier in the current environment. You make a point, and the point is that like Yixuan can basically push through anything at the moment. And I hear it. But realistically, I think they're both about the same. Yeah, I think Yixuan feels better because she gets more support, if that makes sense. Because we don't have a better support for Miyabi necessarily than Sukaka. Well, Yuzuha, I guess. But then do you know what I mean? Like, you're still running an A rank in that team, and that's still the best possible team for Miyabi. So yeah, I don't know. I dropped both Astra and Miyabi 1 tier. Imagine if that happened. Anyway, did I already wrap up? I don't remember. I feel like Astra should go down. Yeah, we talked about Astra a bunch, and we talked about caution on the rerun, like at least twice. So I'm not. I think Astra for now in 2.4 can stay there. I think it might change as we head into the next patch. And I think what we will do is we'll make sure that we put another tier list out before we get to the point where reruns are available. So we'll do it pre-reruns, because the reruns aren't available until like this time in January. It's like the 21st of Jan that they're available. So we've got like a whole month. So in about 3 weeks' time, we'll do another one of these. Yeah, and at that point, Zhao will be free, and then Astra will be rerunning, but we might have more info. What I'm hoping as well is that we get drip marketing for, like, I'm hoping, to be honest, 2.6. And if we get a support, then it might be a case of, okay, look, let's talk about what that support's going to do just a little bit. Yo, Jimbo, thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. Honestly, guys, I'm feeling kind of exhausted after this one. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of want to wind down. I want to chill out for a bit. Got some chill music on. I feel like I've been attacked for like an hour and a half. Can't wait to upload the video. We do a Helpo Flexo? I kind of want to, but I don't want it to be a long one. Thrall Helpo? There's just a lot of opinions. There's a lot of opinions very quickly, you know? Oh, I think that might be a docs. We'll do one round of account help. Because I put it in the title. Fuck it. We'll do it. But we're chilling, all right? We're big chilling right now. Where am I? Oh, here. Right, let's do this. Okay, if you enter to account help and you actually need like a lot of account help, then be ready for me to be tired, which means I'll be grouchy, okay? I'm gonna be a little bit, like maybe a little bit grouchier than normal, which is like quite grouchy. Just be ready, all right? Anyway. Spoilers for ALG next tier list. Pull all supports in the Void Hunter. Bro, don't spoil it. Okay. Let's do it. Okay, we're going to do an Anchor Flex and we're going to do an account help before the end of the stream. Anchor Flex is if you have a decently built account for endgame like shenanigans and you want me to check out the top 6 characters. That is the Anchor Flex, so you can put in for that one. And then account help is if you actually need help. If you can't currently 9-star Deadly Assault or you can't fully S-rank Shiyu defense, then that is what account help is for. So whichever one you want. Remember, there is pity raffle. There's raffle pity. So there's pity for the raffle. So every time you lose, you get another one. It's under the ALG stream raffle section of the Discord. Go nuts. Let's go. Sounds like the perfect time for a roasto. Oh, that's too late. I already pitched the account help. I actually would be so down for it. Also, if you enter for account help, please make sure you have your account details to hand and you can send them to me within a couple of minutes. And secondly, if you enter account help and I log into your account, I will roast you. I will roast you a little bit. Oh, you've at least entered a little bit. Yeah. We should host a tier list help and let ALG be the only one to end. See you later, Olivia. Thanks for hacking out. Anchor account for Yeah, I feel like I couldn't keep up with the chat while we were doing the tier list. I literally just couldn't. It was crazy. Given ALG's mood today, look, put on Do Not Disturb. Oh, actually, you're completely right, Tag Cap. Oh. Chat was going insane. They really were. Because you just kept having hot take after hot take. Maybe I'll put it in the title. And I'll be like... The current pull value tier list. Warning, this is full of ALG's hot takes. I have fun. Yeah. That's what's important. I have a feeling that Zhao will be a bit better than Astra, not by a significant margin. I can't say too much, but what I can say is that that's about right. Where was who? Send us your user ID. Mentor account help for my alt account. Alt account? No, no alt accounts. Main accounts. Chat building pithy. Mm-hmm. Classic. Shit, let me just... I can't copy it. I got it. Also, right, so next stream, here's the plan for next stream. I think, okay, so I will announce on Discord when we're going to do this, but we need to do the ZZZ character of the year, which will mean that we all need to vote for ZZZ character of the year. We will do head to head. If anyone was here last year, what we did was we did head to head, and then every character like faced off against each other, and it was like a bracket, okay? And then it goes all in. The thing is, though, is that Ye Shunguang won't be able to do it if we do it by the end of the year. Yeah, so Ye Shunguang will be next year, right? Unless we do it in January. But I think I kind of want to do it this year. Who won last year? Ambi. A-rank Ambi won last year. Because it was included every agent that was released in the year. So that was all of the new agents. A-rank Ambi won last year. Yeah, she was good, to be fair. Who was the first character of 2025? I think it was Astra Evelyn. I think it was their banners. We had Miyabi last year before she came out and she almost won that. That is true. We did. Anyway, let me do this. But I'm gonna have to talk to the other half about it. But I might be able to do it on Christmas Eve. Or we could maybe do it on New Year's Eve. Either way, Ye Shunguang will be out like one day or like not at all. Remember, it's character of the year, so there's not like pull value or anything like that. So Sambi is still in it, right? So 1.6 Sambi. Anyway, M2 Hugo. Decent amount of crit rate. You get an extra 12 from that. Oh wait, you get more because you can do the double chain. No, you get the more from this one. You get more from this one, yeah. Just like 24. So yeah, you're like 101. 176% crit damage. You get more crit damage from here. 4-piece hormone punk, 2-piece branch and blade. Very nice, 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 very nice. Ghosty, thank you for the 100 bits. Much appreciated. Oh, 7, thank you. When is YSG poll stream? I think she comes out. Is it the 30th or the 31st? I think it's the 30th. So it will be on the 30th, but it will be late like this one is because there's so much going on over Christmas, guys. So all of my streams are probably going to be late night streams, which also means that you might get slightly tired and grumpy ALG. But I'll have a better nap, okay? I will have a slightly better nap. 2,800 attack, 73% crit rate, additional 10 from core, additional 12 from set. Puts you at like 95% crit rate, 198% crit damage. You get like 60% more crit damage from here. 2-piece woodpecker, 4-piece shadow harmony, 19 crit rate rolls, 11 crit damage rolls. shit, that's like 37 subs. Very nice, very nice. Ban Yue M1. Ban Yue M1, you get 20% here, you get 12 from the set, so that actually puts him at like 97% crit rate. Why was that so hard? He's only just come out, man. That's pretty good. 9 crit rate, 18 crit damage, and 5 HP. Again, we're over 30 subs again. Nice. M3 Yishuan. Oh, we like to invest. Oh, we do invest. That's like a 95% crit rate, and then 4-piece Shadow Harmony, 2-piece Punch and Blade, 14 crit rate, 14 crit damage. That's 28 plus 8 HP. Again, so it's like 36 subs. Very nice. It's an Idari, 58%, 20, 12. 70, that's like 90% crit rate. Crit damage is fine. You get a little bit more. No, you don't get a little bit more from that, but that's still pretty good. And then you get 10, 13, 11. Oh, so that's like a 34 sub build. Very nice. 4-piece Shadow Harmony, 2-piece Woodpecker. Very nice. Then we have a Dylan, just over 100% crit rate. King of the Summit. We got 2-piece Moonlit Lullaby for the additional energy. We got energy on 6th. We got crit rate and attack, and then crit rate, yeah, over 100%. 2,600 on the attack. These is no slouch. That's no slouch at all. That's not slouching. Good, not slouching. Nice. That was good. Good stuff. I loved it. Solid account, bro. Okay, do we have a winner? We do. The winner is Demi Himbo. Demi Himbo, come on down. I'm gonna go big so that we don't dox. Let's do a quick account help. In and out. Quick 20-minute account help. In and out. No problems. No problemos. Do you already have a full list for YSG live pools? You can do my M2. I think I have like 3 people who have asked me already. But honestly, on YSG release day, I am pretty sure that I'm going to pull until I can't pull anymore. So if you want me to do your pulls for YSG, the answer is I probably will. I think I'll do as many as I can. Oh, I need to open up the game again. It's closed down. There's also the giveaway one. Oh yeah, there's also the giveaway on Discord hosted by Dos Eggies. Nice. What servers? Could you do my YSG pools? They won't be too exciting since I'm guaranteed. Yeah, sure. 100%. I'll just say yes to everyone. Like it'll be fun. Like we're gonna pull like 20 Ye Xingguangs. It's gonna be great. So you'll be trying to M6. I'll go whenever you want. Yeah, sure. I mean, we don't have to set an order. It's like if people are around and they're like, "Oh, you said you do mine," I'll be like, "Yep," and it will just be like a constant rotation. Hopefully, we'll do loads. Maybe we'll try and do the M6s towards the end. Or maybe towards the start. Maybe either or. I'm not sure yet. Okay, verification code me. Nice. Can we? Yeah, I'm not going to pull in singles though. That's not happening. Over the win doesn't just dip from Discord after winning. Well, yeah. That's also why I don't advertise giveaways and stuff, especially when they're not mine. But I don't advertise giveaways when I do giveaways, guys, because I want it to go to someone who wants to be here, not someone who's here for a giveaway. I feel like I should advertise giveaways because it would help to grow me as a creator. But, bro... But I don't really care about that. Right, I think I'm in. I'm in. Demi Himbo, delete the deets you sent me. Let's go. Why am I still here? Hugo, I'm coming. Right, what is even that? What is even that? Personal growth instead of channel growth. It's less that. It's more that, like, I want the community to feel community focused. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want it to feel like it's here, like people are here because they want to be here, not because they're here because they feel like they have to be here, you know? Rampleg, thank you for the follow. Okay, let's see how he's currently doing on endgame stuff. So this account belongs to Xerxes. He is internet level 60. We do have a lot of value here. Like, we talked about pull value. There's a lot of characters here. I've got a feeling we may have, like, overcommitted. And maybe we just haven't built them? Sheesh. Okay, we got like 30 seconds to spare here. It's not too bad. That's fine. Three stars? Dude, I don't think you're struggling at all. Dude, I don't think you're struggling at all. If you can't currently 9-star, you just didn't try. Maybe he can't be asked to fight through all. Yeah, maybe, but like, ugh. Now I gotta do it. Yeah, he has Miyabi for Bringer, Yishuan for Thrall. We're fine. Don't want to fight Thrall. I don't want to fight it. Did he have Yishuan? Where is she? Oh. If I missed it, am I going crazy? He could do Evelyn though. Evelyn would be easy. Easy dub. Astra, Evelyn, Jufufu? Astra, Evelyn, Jufufu was fine. Well, what did he clear it with last time? The HP hasn't changed. Let me just check. Oh, he has lighter. I didn't even see. Yeah. But Astra, like, the HP hasn't changed. You're fine. Yeah, I don't think you need help, man. I'm not doing Thrall. I'm not even going to check the builds. Oh, okay. Actually, I might check this build. Fine. What the fuck is this? Attack away. Attack away. Why are we impacting? Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck are these builds? What have you done to her? Let's find another swing. Yeah, fuck you. Oh, attack. Yep, take that. Attack. Done. Oh, shit. Damn. Where's attack? Oh my god. Okay, maybe we run attack there, and then we run freedom blues here. Nope. Okay, so we can run attack there. Do we have AM? We do. Okay, we're stealing that. Sorry, Jane. Bye. Fixed. Wait. What the Oh, well, how did I even manage that? Oh, God. I'll do Bringer. They could do Thrall themselves. You're fine, man. This account is totally fine. You've got so much value here. You're good. Everything fine. Why is this taking me so long? My brain is just broke. Like, there's no ice one. The song it's songing? Is this the song? This is a different song. I like this song. It's a good song. We do use it. Yuzu isn't on AM slot 6. Why? But why?
Where are we going?
Where are we going? There's no class today. Yeah, 133. What the hell?
Where are we going?
Get me out.
Class today?
Get me out. Fine, we do this one. We just want to do the thing, man. We just want to fight the bringer.
Whatever you seek.
Where are we going?
Where are we
There's no
going?
class today?
Yeah, if we got it on AM. We don't. We don't. Oh, oh. Hey, he let me in. Okay, that's really bad. It doesn't help us at all. I'm not going to do it. Could we do one of those as an AM? Thank you. He regrets letting me in now. It doesn't really matter. I don't know. Why? Still.
Got a new ghost story to share?
How about you play with Banyue's balls? But why? Why would I do that? It doesn't even sound fun. Remember, the Miyabi had like 2,200 attacks, so we're not really expecting the highest of scores here. Those just so wild, yep. At least we have AM on, right? Shit, I've got no energy on anyone else to do anything.
I swear on my blade. Yeah.
For energy.
Here we go.
Shit. Don't do it. Don't do the hand thing. No one likes you.
Come on, don't be nervous. My blade is away. Yeah. Look at me. It's over.
Shit.
The cold is silent.
No, 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 no. Oh, I wasted so many stacks.
Just don't blink.
Oh shit! Wait! Yeah, don't send it. There we go. Oh fuck.
My blade is already.
Oh my god. Why does it feel like she's doing nothing?
Victory, the only option.
Why not use Miyabi's second EX special follow-up because it's normally
Press
worse.
forward. My blade is already.
Shit! What are you doing?
I can also become an Asura.
This Miyabi had 2.2k attack. I've messed up every single stuff. We just get the extra 2k from breaking this and then that's over. Yeah, we're not going to get anything else then.
I swear on my blade.
Got 2 seconds? Nah. Did that guy need help, apparently? Yeah, I'm logging out of this one, boys. I think we're done. This guy doesn't need help. She's on AM Dis 6. She was, yeah. Which did help with the build-up. For some reason, though, that Sukaku's build-up felt way slower than mine.
I may be slow.
Might be because I have
Still
M2
two
used.
fists to swing.
But anyway, like, do I have 2-piece Phaethons? I thought I had 2-piece ER. I thought I had the same as this, 2-piece ER. Is there a video on how to play that comp? There's a lot of videos on the OG Mono Ice with Lycan, but less so with the Yuzu Ice. It's not that complex though. You basically just want to bounce the disorders backwards and forwards between Sukaku and Miyabi. Character review for Neko Hakase? Yeah, Neko, drop your user ID. Anyway, on this account though, yeah, we're good. You're good, man. No drama. The thrall is the same as it was before. You're totally fine. Ugh. Wait, Nicole? M6 Nicole, 4-piece Moonlit Lullaby, 2-piece Shockstar Disco. Yeah. Oh yeah, did Apple make a guide? Yeah, if Apple made a guide to the Mono Ice, then yeah, that's probably a pretty good one to look at. Shockstar. I mean, we capped her defensive assist. I mean, additional days is additional days. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not a huge amount of additional days, but additional days is additional days. You know what I'm saying? Attack's okay, crit rate's okay. Remember, you get an extra 15%, so she's gonna be critting a lot as well. So that's fine. Ether damage bonus, ER on 6th. Yeah, that's pretty cool. 15 crit rate rolls, 13 attack rolls. That's nice. 9 crit damage rolls. Like that's an over 30 sub Nicole. Plus impact. That's wild. Can we check the seed? Sure. That's like 95 with the engine. 4-piece Dawn's Bloom, 150% crit rate. 15, 13, 28. It's like 35 subs. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. It's a special build. I was running Nekomata and Nicole as a duo against Thrall. So I built Nicole to be support stun hybrid. What score did you get? What score did you get? You're still up, ALG? Not for much longer, Kenny. But thank you for dropping in, sir. 20k. Oh, you got the 20? Holy shit. It's impressive. Nice. Well, I'm glad to hear it, man. There's a vid? Put it in the reacts channel. I'll watch it. I probably won't actually react to it, but I will watch it. Anyway, Nego Hakase. Very cool. Very cool, very cool, very cool, very cool. Anyway. Let me go big. Oh, boys. It's been a long stream. And by a long stream, I mean it's not been that long. But I have had a good time. It's been a good, fun time. But all good things must come to an end. And by good things, I do mean me talking about tier lists. Because sometimes it was quite draining at times. It was quite draining. But I liked it. I had fun. I'm quite sleepy though. I'm quite sleepy. So anyway, without much further ado. Unk needs sleep. Unk needs sleep. It's been a long one. I feel like I'm being gaslit by this whole Ellen Joe is in high school thing. Okay, YouTube, let's raid. Okay, next stream, I will announce on Discord for next stream, but either Christmas Eve or between Christmas and New Year's. We'll see, okay? No stream on Christmas Day. Maybe like I might do a video drop just for Discord on Christmas Day, just like a Christmas message, just fun, chilling, you know, just like saying hi. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyway, who are we rating on YouTube? When shopping stream? It will be in January. The prices will be better in January. We'll do it in January. Probably be one of the first streams in January though. So we'll do it early, very early year. Oh, Phantom is playing story. Oh, for Wuwa. There's no one else live on YouTube, so you're going to go to Phantom on YouTube. We'll see if someone else is live on Twitch. Right. YouTube, I'm turning you off. Phew.